cum stau lucrurile. When the Wolf fled the devastating winter storms at the Well of Wisdom, they sent out a call to all of the clans to assemble the floating town early. It has taken a couple of weeks for most of the clans to answer that call. It has only been a couple of days since the floating cluster of longships and larger hemskips have been joined. It is a tense time, the signs of Ragnarok on the horizon, and the interests of each clan warring with the others. Will the hero's arrival only complicate things or help alleviate them? You have made several discoveries on your way to the Drift Hall. You have witnessed the aftermath of the volcano that destroyed the Orn clan, confronted the Frost Giant, a creature known to mostly only as myth, and confronted the Bender in their own kingdom. Some more of your prowess has likely reached the ears of those who have scrambled to hastily assemble Drift Hall. Once every 8 years, all raiding clans meet at the gathering. During this time, the core structures of the Wolf Hemskip and the Mother's Eye are joined by the longships of the raiding clans. This makeshift town is, for a few weeks, the largest settlements in all of the Grimnir. The ships are tied side to side or end to end, and most clans also bring at least one larger floating lodge, which is called the Hemskip, to serve as the clan's central meeting hall. Each clan arranges their ships into a particular district with wooden planks allowing traversal between them. The Mother's Eye is both oar and rudder for all of Drift Hall, the magic of the Wolf allowing it to move both itself and the other vessels spilling out from it. But the night before laying eyes upon Drift Hall, you have already seen it in your dreams, and it was burning. And as you remember, after waking from that very same dream, you have found Side into some sort of a trance, jumping into water, and some serpents on intercept course. They stood no chance, however, and you managed to retrieve her without even the smallest of injuries. And afterwards, you sailed the remaining of the journey to Drift Hall, at which you arrived. And as it is customary, and for the banner that you are sailing under, you have docked near the one other Orn ship, a singular Orn ship, close by to the Ward to the left and the Hallharn to the right, which seems to be in greater numbers, as you can see on the map before you. So this map is very accurate to exactly the situation at hand.
The distance is also accurate?
The distance, not so much.
Okay.
Is there anything that you would like to add or refresh or ask or something like that before we...
Leaf would like to say a few words to everyone before leaving the ship, before
All right.
unboarding, offboarding. So he will turn to all and he will maybe use a little of thaumaturgy just to make his voice a little louder, and begin with friends. Hear me out for a bit. Now the first leg of our journey is almost complete. The mission that was entrusted upon us by the Wolf hopefully will reach an end, and finally maybe we will have a clear vision about where to go next and how to prevent whatever evil is coming our way. I would like to remind everyone that it's been a really harsh experience, gruesome. We encountered many setbacks, many obstacles, and yet we are here. We've lost many friends, many friends, and we honor them by continuing our mission. And while we have prevailed until now, the enemies are also stronger beyond our comprehension. Maybe we've met treachery, we've met disdain, we've met a lot of other types of horror. I urge you to not speak freely about our adventures. You can brag as much as you want, but keep the essentials to yourself, keep our secrets, do not reveal much. Now I think everyone knows how the Iron Witches work, and we know that they like to seed mistrust and manipulate others. I do not put it behind me the chance that they have infiltrated the drift hole somehow. Maybe they have already agents on board. Be wary. Most likely they will try to divide us or divide our ship from the rest, figuratively and literally maybe. So be on your toes and let's work for the better of the Grimnir.
Yes, agree. And the only people that you can trust from the other clans, well, only the raiders from the War clan. They are the most trustworthy.
And the Orn.
Whatever is left of the Orn, surely.
I cannot speak about the other clans.
Yes, our relations with our clans must be re-evaluated. Remember, everyone can lie, can betray.
Vondel is visibly sweating, and his eyes are darting around. He looks very uncomfortable. The way I see this, nothing can go well. With seeing this dream, this nightmare, it's all too vivid. And the rumors that I've heard from the woman in the tavern, the Lutans, they have been gathering mages. And they've been preparing for war, and they've been part of this destruction. I fear that nothing good is going to happen here. And seeing how they are present, I believe that we need to do something about this. And I have a little idea, maybe. Now that we have our little friend over here, the squirrel, maybe we can have him scout them without being seen. Make sure he comes back to us and gives us any information if something suspicious happens. And I also believe that a good thing would be to use the bodies of our two fallen teammates and maybe the food, the poison food, as proof that something is happening. As you said, it is very much possible that the Ironwood witches have infiltrated this place, and it is also just as possible that they have poisoned or have, altered the food or the supplies of the everybody here. So we need to make sure that at least the people we trust know this. So we should probably speak with the VAR.
Good points.
I agree.
Really good points.
I Grim. We'll leave. I think we should be on the lookout for who exactly we can share. But for sure we have to share what we've been through, because we may not be enough to stand against what's coming. We may need a lot of help. That's why we have to make a leap of faith and share our hurdles and our challenges.
Oh, definitely to the wolf.
I trust you in. Okay.
Do we see the wolf, by the
I
way?
agree with the wolf.
You guys do see them?
Yeah, do I see the... I had that dream, if you remember. Ok, nu, dream. Hai să zicem... hai dream, chiar dream e. Nu le-am văzut niciodată. So I dreamed of them.
You dreamed of them, yes. So...
and the adventurers that went with them. So anyone looks familiar? Maybe a ship that looks familiar? Ceva?
Yes, you do see as you approach, right in the middle of the drift hall, the 3 hemskips and the island that you have seen docked at the Well of Wisdom. However, as you look around, you don't see anyone familiar, except as you're looking towards the plank here that is supposed to take you, is basically your access out of the ship. You see this dragonborn woman, orange-skinned, a little gangly and tall, and she seems to be also aware of you and actually walking towards you, and she is one that you have seen in your dreams alongside Evolve.
Okay.
One other thing that I want to say, protect Side. It seems that she's important, and it seems that the enemy knows she's important, and I don't want her to be separated from us.
Do not share anything before I test the Wolf.
I agree. Unless we're, specifically asked, we should give everyone the silent treatment. And I would also like to add, guys, gonna make direct eye contact with Leaf, with Scar, with Fondel, with Himnar. While our trials have been nothing but easy, if you haven't done already, let me just remind yourself to give yourself a pat on the back, because we have done quite our good share of deals with this. We have encountered beings and beasts that have been only mentioned in legends or in tales. So I agree, we are completely not, we shouldn't get lost ourselves in our hubris. But also don't forget that we have proven ourselves to be quite dandy. Nice.
You want a hug, Zaid?
Dandy, what kind of word is that?
I think he wants a hug.
Dandy.
Killful. Let's say.
Give it here. And
You
Himnar,
elves,
steps
you elves
closer
are all
to
the same.
Zaid.
I hug him.
You may be an outsider to this world, but you're very intimate with its people, and at least with us. Give it here, Elfling.
Oh, right.
And
I will
On
squeeze.
the raises an
Himnar
eyebrow.
approaches
I will squeeze myself in between
for
the
a
hands
bear hug.
there.
Oh shit. Right. Well, I did not expect to have this effect, but yes. It's important. We tend to lose ourselves in all this, seriousness of ours.
Oh,
I feel like sometimes we just need a breather and look back at our achievements.
speaking of a breather, maybe try to be a little more discreet with that head that you are carrying, not showing it around.
Oh yes, I already have my mantle, covering it. So, as I said, unless we are being directly addressed, I'm not gonna go out of my way and, talk about weird blue big people that have been attacking us and, the jazz.
It seems that we are weighted.
I also know the head has been helping us in crucial moments, Zaitz. So
Good.
keep it hidden, but keep it close. Maybe it has some insight. It might offer you.
Well, only one way to find out.
Lads,
Fair
do you
enough.
think we should tell Guli anything about this? I think it's better that the war are going to be, wary of everything and maybe be prepared, have their crew and their ships. Or, yeah. So we might need his help.
I know we have been
I
part
think
of
the war know enough.
Yes.
The war are ready, and if
Are they ready for this? Because they trust in hell. And do you remember what happened before? They turned as our enemies at first. And for no good reason. Something
Yes.
strange is at hand here.
because hell is not exactly in her. Now is not the time, but my plan, what I'm thinking is just let the war do their thing, and if the Volve accepts them, then the Volve can be trusted. If the Volve decline, or I don't know, join or whatever you want to call it, then we can call the Volve and, consider them enemies.
I wouldn't be comfortable having them as enemy. I need them. But again, like what I'm talking about is just letting Guli know about the Lutans and about the visions, the fire. This place, it is all linked together. It looks like a disaster waiting to happen.
I get the same feeling. That is why, like I said, the war are ready, but let them do their work. Let them talk first. Even if the Volve insists that we share what you have learned, we will say, please, just let the war speak. See if they're worthy of joining, and then we will share what we know.
And I believe
I
everyone
agree.
is on their guard anyway, because this drift hole is also, 2 years earlier than usual, so...
Yes, something must have triggered it. Like I said, I saw the Volve dying, and these three barely escaping or not escaping at all. So we do not know for sure if these are the real Volve or if the witches are,
Well,
acting as Volve.
That would be horrid.
It would be, but just let things go on. Let them unravel it, and we will actually react. We should not be the first to step in.
here's the thing, Wonder, why I am personally a bit more reticent with the war. One, first and foremost, it's a personal thing. I'm still not on good terms with them. But second of all, from an objective point of view, even though we have battled together and we had a great partnership, I think they would raise a very strange eyebrow at us if we share, like, hey, watch out, this place is gonna explode soon. Personally, I would find it very weird, and I don't think it will help, if anything.
What I believe is that I trust Guli. He seems like a reasonable man, even if we do not tell him to, spread this with everybody. At least having him be on guard and prepare in case it happens would be a better option. But I guess this is...
That seems sensible. That's sensible, just to warn him to be
do we see
prepared
Guli?
in case.
Do we see Guli's ship or something like that?
Yes, you are docked right near the war. You see the wolves and Guli on the bigger ship over there.
Could I try to
Who's
aim?
that else?
If I see him, could I try to aim an arrow at the sky and hopefully land next to him so he knows that we are?
He's already aware of you. As you sail into port, he nodded towards you at your arrival before returning and talking with some of his people over there. So he's aware of your arrival, as is everyone around you.
Does Himnar see any ravens near him or near the feeder's boat?
There's none near you. However, around the Holharn district, which is a little bit to your right, there's a lot of ravens perching about and flying. From what you guys know, the Holharn is are the ones that actually worship Aldin as their main goddess.
Aldin.
Can I, by any chance, extend a call to one of the ravens? Maybe use one of the ravens as a messenger to Guli to be watchful.
Usually, this relationship works the other way around. When the ravens need you, You are contacted, but they do not answer your call.
I will speak with the wolf and ask him, do you speak the language of the wolves over there? Do you understand each other?
Yes, yes.
I'd like you to give them a message so they can, I don't know, tell Guli to be on his watch, to be careful, to not trust anyone, not even a wolf, and not be reckless. Do not act, just wait for things to happen. Do not share anything that we have learned or they have learned from us. Just ask for their, I don't know, whatever they're wanting to achieve here, and let that happen.
Can do, can do.
Good boy.
Actually, brilliant.
And
Și ca în 101 dalmatieni se aud au.
he will actually just jump over on the ship here and then make another leap over to a warship and
Băi, ești nebun.
they will converse at this point. And at the same time, it seems that your working committee has tired of waiting for you to just walk out of the ship, and they just inch a little bit closer. So you see this dragonborn woman, orangey in skin, wearing a thick bear hide and a bone clasp, and the usual light purplish robe over her armor that is you recognize as being belonging to the Seer Guard, which are let's say failed Volve, which in turn as guards and protectors and friends. And she says, "Hail and well met. Welcome to the Drift Hall."
Thank you.
We greet you.
Time flows ever forward. The Volve await. She also looks towards Hrolf and gives him a nod. I remember that you have left many more people, yet you return in only one ship. I am sure that there is a lot that you must impart over to the Volve. Aye, he says. Well, I will be your guide for now, and please follow me towards Volve's Hemskip.
And what is your
Before we
name, good lady?
leave,
My name is Fearcat. I am the most senior of the Seer Guards. And I would have your names as well.
Mumbles to his, I fear no one.
Fearcat. Like so.
Well, I am Leaf of the Green, former member of the Wholeheart clan.
Current, says Rolf.
I nod.
I am the World Hunt.
Right.
Wondel stands tall. I'm Wondel. That's all
Wondel.
he says.
Right.
He will also Wondel will walk up to Hoodie and whisper to him,
The
"Watch
mission.
the Lutens."
Alright. I go. And he also starts going ship to ship and go even farther than you were.
Okay, but before he left, like the whole thing would have been watch the Lutens, be careful of detection magic, and come back if you see anything suspicious and let us know.
Yes, I figured, because that was the...
Okay. Because I know he's kind of a nuts.
Yes, he is. And Fearcat seems to be accompanied by 3 other warriors, which seem to be wearing the colors of the Halharn, of the Tvar, and of the Lutans, respectively. And she will step away, so you can guys all walk on the plank, and unless anyone wishes to do anything else, she will take you directly to the Volve.
A bit of time, scuze Vândel. A bit of time Himnal wants to maybe take a look at Vondel and use a knowledge, hoping for history or religion or maybe arcana, because he wants to maybe take a look at Vondel, try to determine if his behavior changed in a magical way or in a way that he impacts him.
There is
Because
no
he's been acting rather strange the past few hours.
there is no role required. You realize that the dream affected him ever since, and there is a shadow being cast upon him, which makes him act a little bit more erratically, more paranoid, and stuff like that. There's no need for a role. And you, as a cleric, you realize that you could fix that with only a touch and a spell slot.
I reach out to Vondel, grab him, and infuse my my divine energy into his being.
Fireball.
Need to cast Lesser Restoration for that. And
Azi, întrebare. N-a trecut nicio zi de când am bătut share pe ea, nu? Suntem
noi,
aici?
a fost dimineața, da?
Ok.
Acum câteva ore, basically.
Și este și prepared Lesser Restoration. Cât
Asta
noroc
era.
să am.
Alright, and even though she was not looking at you, the fact that you cast this spell is not does not escape Fear Cat's attention. She turns around you, kind of nods, and she says, "I see. As always, the Luton and the Nattle always worked well together."
And Vondel will look at her with a huge scowl. As in, I'm gonna chop your head off kind of scowl, but, well, he won't really act aggressive
later.
other than that.
Now follow me. And she will.
Can we take Skuld also with us?
Sure. Who do you want to take? Rolf will come see there because she needs to be presented.
I will keep her next to me.
All right.
Lads, we should also think about preparing the bodies and the food to have them, in case we need to show them to the wolf as part of our proof.
We can take a few samples of food.
Like, there's still some apples left, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
There
unless
should be
you
enough.
didn't throw them, yeah. Probably it's best if you throw all of your rations so you can be safe.
Mai avem 3 mere ca să le dăm la Wolf? Să le încerce?
That's mai mult de 3. So,
Merele de aur.
on your way out, you it's okay. You get some of your food as well, no problem. You take your favorite companions with you. You step directly into one of the longships of the Holhar, and at this point, even though there are people standing on it, guarding it, living on them, you realize that this is also a way to traverse across the Drift Hall, and nobody minds, regardless of what ship you are upon. One longship to another. Afterwards, you pass on to what appears to be a bigger, squarish ship, almost like a floating hall. This is a Hemskip, and this one in particular seems to be some sort of barracks prepared for some of the warriors, of the higher ranked warriors of the Halharn to sleep in. So you pass around this barracks, then you step into this other Hemskip, which has round building on top of it, and this is what people and Fearcat will tell you is called the House of Stone. Basically, this is like a local temple, and inside of the hall there is a shrine and an effigy for dedicated to all of the gods that this world worships. If you need services of the divine kind, I'm sure the priests here will be more than happy to oblige and provide for in exchange for of course for paying for the religious services. But now is not the time.
Just out of curiosity, are there symbols for Hell and Mirgal?
Are you asking her, or are you asking if you see?
I'm looking around.
So do you want to go inside? Because she avoids the building.
Okay. No, I'm
Alright.
not going to ask.
All right. Then you step into another longship, and this is to be connected to the biggest of the hemskips that you're seeing around here. This hemskip is directly tied to this island, which is called the Mother's Eye, which is, like I said, the engine of the drift hull, that which actually can make this place sail across the Serpent Sea, both sail and rudder. And as you approach, you realize that this hemskip is protected by other warriors wearing jagged spears and dressed in light purple robes. And this is the hemskip of the Volve, she says. They are expecting you.
Wanda will look around cautiously to see if there's anybody they would know or they would find, I don't know, hostile.
Nothing of that kind. Like I said, mostly seer guards and some other raiders, raider kind walking around here, but none minding you more than a few glances out of curiosity to see who are you and what are you doing around. So maybe some of you recognize you because of your glory, others maybe do not. It is hard to tell, especially after being rushed by Fearcat. Okay, so you said the school is also with you. Let's add her here. And as she guides you inside, you see stonework piled in the corner, creating a raised dais, upon which two elderly matrons and one middle-aged woman sit on purple cushions. And there's also a young girl with straw-colored hair sitting against a wall in the back. She's playing with two dolls in front of what appears to be a wooden shelf where there are several strange wooden idols. As Fearcat walks you inside, the two older women, almost in unison, they say, "Thank you, Fearcat." And they look towards you. The eldest, Seer, which is visibly a half-orc, will... let's see if I can do this. Do you see this?
Yes.
Okay. The eldest Seer, which is visibly a half-orc with tusks and all that, and she looks first towards Hrolf and she says, "Welcome back, Hrolf. We see new companions, but their faces are not new to us, for we have dreamed of you all. We have seen much, but the truth of the gods is that we have not seen all. Now tell us, what news do you bring? What signs have you seen? What do you have to report?"
Question.
Mhm.
These are the
I was looking at her.
wolves that I have seen.
Yes, and now that you see them face to face, you realize that these are the three women that you have seen in the vision you got at the Well of Wisdom, standing alongside you behind Hell, helping you with the blindfold. So the wisest, Irsa, which is the oldest of the Wolf. This is a younger, middle-aged woman, a human, and another elven woman, also that you recognize from your dreams and your visions. The Seer Guards. And Rolf will look towards you and say, "I've done much. Without you, we wouldn't be here. I'll have you share whatever you think is best." And with that, the three women nod at the same time, and her attention shifts from Rolf to all of you.
Okay, Wanda will use magic awareness to notice any kind of weird like fluctuations in magic or any kind of let's say foreign magic that would come from the people around, like especially the guards, or like anything that would be watching.
You don't. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary as you're sensing around. There is little to no magic emanating here, in spite of the mystical nature of the Volve.
Okay, not the guards either, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, if no one wants to
I'm just waiting.
be the first to say something,
Scar says he will step forward. Go ahead, Scar, and then leave.
Okay. Greetings, Wolf.
Greetings. And she looks. They look at you. But for now, only the half-orc seems to be addressing you directly, and her face will turn from not knowing to knowing in a moment. Skarovar Heljager, Wild Hunt. We welcome you.
And I welcome you. Yes, well, what we have learned, we have learned a great deal of things. Most important, we have learned of the War Clan. Perhaps you have learned of them as well.
We have seen them.
Perhaps you know the reason why they are here. You have seen it, correct?
We do not see all, but we have seen them here, and they have asked for a petition at the gathering.
Yes, we kind of know what they want to do. They want to join the Raiders. Do you think that would be it'd be good to accept them?
They are a part of our world. I believe they seek a higher standing with the Raiders. We can support this, but it is not up to us to decide. The clans will decide, and if the petition is successful and the reasoning good enough, I'm sure it will go without a hitch.
That is reasonable. Okay. Well, before we share everything we have learned, I would like to ask the three of you if you can probably share what actually happened. The Well of Wisdom. It seems we have arrived too late there.
What do you mean? You have left early because we were being battered by all sides by bad weather and bad omens, so we decided to depart. Has anything else transpired? We are worried because all of us have been having bad dreams concerning the Well of Wisdom and our comrades that we left there.
So you do not remember the sacrifice not being completed?
And you see in that moment that their face change a little bit to more worried look. We do not. We have left instructions. What has happened?
What has happened? The Elder Volv are dead. That's what happened.
And you see they're taken aback, devastated.
Everything that you have left there has been destroyed. The well.
How is this possible?
There is no well left. Only a puddle.
How is this possible? Who could have done such a thing?
Well, that is for you to see. We just experienced it firsthand, and we have destroyed the evil that was there. Some
evil?
sort of humanoids. My friends will explain them best, but I'm just curious that you do not know about it.
They shake their head. Like I said, we do not see everything. It is impossible to see all that is happening at the same time. It is why we needed Rolf's expedition. Why we will need you.
Well, yes. Rolf's expedition, yes. Well, he did well. Fortunately, his time is about to come to an end. That's it, if you can help him in any way.
We will try. What ails you, Rolf? My own foolishness. Wisest Wolf, I have made an oath I could not keep. And they sigh. I see. We will know more of this after. And then they look back towards you, Scar, still thinking about the news that you have given them about their friends and
I try an
companions. that
insight
they-
to see if they're actually affected or just...
Go ahead.
I'm looking at maybe some twitches, some understanding between them, see if they're communicating in some way that we do not see
Yeah, go
with
ahead.
our eye. Tower sau dau așa normal.
O să-ți dea automat blind, că e setat să dea blind pe inside.
Oh, inside, doamne, am dat perception. My bad.
Every fiber in your body says that these women are deeply affected in such a way that and you're actually struggling with maintaining this facade of strong people for the sake of for the sake of the people around them. And she betrays a little bit of sadness and suffering as she says, "Yet it is our way to bear the burden and to step ever forward. Even as the snow deepen and the wind shakes, we fall, we rise, we rebuild."
Nods at the others, as in a they can be trusted sort of way. Calls leaf, like, let him know that it is safe to chat with them, whatever. And end it with a so it's best if I let my friend here tell you everything that has transpired, because
Please
I'm a man of few words and I have quite ran out of them. But know that hell has sent the war clan and they are gonna help. And we think that the witches may try to interfere with what is happening here. And our friend here, Vondel, would like to have a few words as well, because what he's gonna say is gonna be pretty interesting. You might want to hear him last. That is all.
We'll listen all that you have to say. Step forward, Grimleaf. The Fallen.
You know my name?
We know all of you now better than before.
I'm honored to be known by the wolf.
We wonder from whence you fell. We can help with that if you're seeking answers. But first, tell us of what you have seen.
He's obviously a bit surprised at the last words about falling. But he will shake this stupor for the moment, and he'll continue. Well, because you already learned about our discoveries from the Well of Wisdom, it is true. The well is merely a puddle now, a spring. There is virtually no one alive there, and the most worrisome thing is that the giants have moved.
Giants?
Yes.
Giants exist?
The giants not even exist, but they are active, and they sent one of them to, I don't know, to corrupt maybe the well. She was carrying one sapling from the ironwood, and unfortunately we couldn't do much for the others, but at least we prevented the sapling being implanted there.
You have done well. Though this news of giants, warriors, we thought them a myth. We haven't seen giants with our eyes or with our minds.
Many things seemed only the stuff of legends or stories, but it's complete. The reality is completely different. I want to know one thing before telling you what I know. Do you have a way to detect the Iron Witch's trolls or people under their influence?
We do not.
Then you must be even more wary than before.
We do have a plan. And it involves you. All of you, I mean.
Very well, yes. Well, so let's start from the beginning. We reached our objective, the tower at the end of the world. And we brought things and persons from there. Maybe the most important one is Side, the girl that we found there.
We see her. She says she is unusual, and we see that from another world.
Why is she unusual to you?
That is what we want to find out. Would you mind leaving her with us for a while? After this meeting is concluded, we would like to see what makes her unusual.
Only if I am present.
There is a strange bond between Scar and Side.
You will be required elsewhere, Scar. We can give you a word that she will not be hurt.
I'll be required to protect Side, and that is what I will do. I will not leave her alone in this place. After we have learned everything we know, then you can have a few moments with her. But that's it. Not more than 10 minutes.
We might need many days to get to the bottom.
Oh, but I will enjoy spending days with you then. It'll be my pleasure. I will not interfere. I will just watch and observe what you are doing.
Maybe we can reach a compromise, Scar.
And I will action it with great interest. That is.
Maybe you can let Wolf guard her while we are needed elsewhere, apparently. Oh yes, and wolves exist. So you saw the war?
That will be a Bugs Bunny no.
Yes, another thing we thought that was left in the Lost Lands, now brought to Grimnir. It is more and more, as they say, the signs of Ragnarok are ever present. All sorts of manners of beasts and foes coming out of the woodworks. Is there anything else?
But of course. The tower, since you mentioned the Lost Lands, seems to have been built in the Lost Lands and transported here, probably when Grimnir was created. It also seems to be the tower of a powerful wizard, one that could impact, have a great impact on this world. Perhaps even its creator, or the material that helped create the world.
I have proof of this.
I look at Zeitz. I have a friend here who is quite attached to something.
Or something is attached to him.
Our attention will turn from Leif over to Zeitz. Zeitz Jarl, a man of deep waters. Just like Side from another world. What is that you have to tell us?
Cumva citește deasupra capetelor noastre eticheta?
Nu știu.
Ah, shit.
I take a deep breath.
Mhm.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, honorary Wolf. Nice to meet you in person.
Și not.
And I unveil from my cape
Mhm.
this item, this or whatever would you like to describe this
The head.
this the head.
And they all recoil at the sight of the head, even gasp, and she says, I cannot believe this. This was supposed to have been lost in the Lost Lands. The question is, who carried it through the portal?
Well, I haven't. I have joined Leaf and Scar halfway through their journey, so I haven't been at the tower myself. But it was one of the items that I collected. So whoever that may be, it's still a mystery that has carried this head. It has proven itself to us, while I don't quite fathom it myself how it works, but it has been susceptible to help us in very dire and complicated matters, especially through combat. So whatever this is, you seem to be familiar with this, yes?
Yes, we are familiar. The resemblance is uncanny. The magic that it emanates, even more so. Once a valued member of the Vanir, but he betrayed them to seek greater power.
Oh no. You mean
Well,
he really is?
I think I know who you're referring to.
Though, we do not know whether he is well intended. However, if you think that he could help, I think we might need it. Though,
I was about to say something similar. Well, has been a very conflicting history with this character, given that, at least with me and my party, it's been nothing but proven itself useful. I believe there is something more to investigate and follow through this.
there is a way about him to make himself very valuable to people that he surrounds himself with. Though, a word of wisdom, whenever he asks you to do something, please consider that there might be an angle that you might not see. Do not leap wildly into the things that he might be asking you to do. If he has revealed himself to you in such a way.
Can you seek if you can find a way to communicate with him? Because he's not answering for the moment. He's
Do
not.
we really want to awaken him?
We do not wish to communicate with him. To be honest, for all of the existence of the Volve, as it was left by Aldin herself, you only considered him as a comedic villain. Nothing more, nothing less. Which is why we're not neither worried or hopeful about this help that you claim that he is giving you.
I'll keep an eye out. However, speaking of angles that I have not seen, perhaps, given that I'm an outsider, please excuse the following for sure foolishness that I'm about to say, but I have been trying to understand this world quite well myself. I don't affiliate with any clans. I found myself to be just a guy from nowhere. However, has it ever occurred to you that perhaps there is maybe a different angle that hasn't been spoken throughout this history with him as well?
We are willing to accept any truths if given enough proof. We have learned throughout the years that we must not take things as face value. We are willing to accept any sorts of judgments and make an informed decision, just like we wish to do about the little girl over there. And
That's good.
when it goes in.
Very well. I am also on the task to follow this proof, and that's reassuring to know that you personally are open to this path that may lead to something. Usually, when it comes to these discussions, people tend to, shun you upon and then completely disregard whatever you want to say.
It is hard to change the minds of so many people after so many years of the truths that they know to be important to them or not. It is the same with people commanding magics akin to the one you're carrying at your shoulder.
Indeed.
Even here at Drift Hall, they are isolated to their own hemskip. We have tried to push a little bit more for their acceptance in the wider ranks of the raiders, but we have been unsuccessful.
Very well.
Is there anything else,
Well,
Stranger One?
That was just the beginning.
so
I look. Yeah, go ahead.
you sent this mission to the tower to retrieve whatever we may find there, and we did. We found the girl, we found this head, we found many written data, many slabs of things written weird ways. We brought some with us. Maybe this will help uncover truths from the past, or shed light about what has happened.
Take a look.
We even looked into the future.
Did? Is that even possible?
Or past. Can't put my finger on it.
Yes.
And what have you seen?
Strange
Giants,
things. Yes.
destruction, yes.
Oh,
Volcanoes
signs.
burning, giants walking, a big serpent squirming.
It felt like a never-ending cycle, or a repeating one.
Just stay silent, absorbing the information. You have seen a lot. You have given us many things to think about. And then their eyes turn towards Himnar. Himnar, long spear.
Aye, Himnar.
I feel a heavy burden upon your chest, waiting to be shared with us. Is that accurate?
Aye, we've been through a lot. I have to start my introductions first. I, Himnar, son of Hror, you may know this, yet I speak it because it's in my blood. I return to you, Wolf, with the deeds of our adventure seen through my eyes. Grimnir first spoke to me on Mount Reverest, and ever since then I have had countless nightmare-ridden nights where Grimnir himself moans, groans, and rages against all the plans that, as we later found out, the Ironwood Witches and their influence have laid out. We have grappled with huge scorpion-like beasts who turned to cairns of stone upon death. We have grappled with the fire mage Trandil of Lutankan, who attempted to wipe out the Orn clan. We have cleansed the Ironwood corruption from Bayantur, or at least its core, Senrik. He made a pact with the Ironwood to gain power. We wiped out a number of the Ironwood witches and their creations, who turned to cairns of stone and became powder dust against our weapons. We grappled with giants many times our size. They are back. They may be under the influence of the Ironwood witches as well. This is still not certain. Some of us, and Himnar points to himself and to his chest, even grappled with death, and it spat us back. It appears what is coming for Grimnir is even worse. The Ragnarok on the horizon brings things much worse than death. And we are here to tell the tale of the path you set us on. What lies forward for all of us will have to be decided in the days to come. So yes, this is a great burden, and we defer to you for wisdom on the next paths that we need to take.
My ladies, says Hrolf, what Himnar is trying to say is that the Jotun are also returned to Grimnir. And with that, they gasp a little bit and they murmur amongst themselves for a couple of seconds and they shake their heads. Could this be true?
Aye. My dreams speak it. My dreams have shown this. They are coming back.
We cannot worry about the Jotun just now. I believe we have our plate full with the witches and their allies.
But
The
there's
most
more.
frustrating thing is that all of our enemies seems to be allying themselves with each other against us. There is more? What is there? More to say, looking at Scar.
It's not my place to say. There's one guy you haven't asked questions yet.
Of course, we were just going to... And they change over to Vondel. Welcome, Vondel. Of darkness and of light. Of Lutan and of Nut. What do you have to share with us?
Mondel will step forward slowly. He will look at them through narrowed eyes, and you can tell he's very apprehensive. So, you can see through us. You know what we want. You know us.
In a
That was the
way,
question.
we know of you. In other ways, you must help us fill the blanks that we cannot see. We can help, and you can help us, and together we can help Grimnir.
Okay. Vondel is looking at them and he opens his mouth to speak and then he closes it. He appears to be thinking. And then he sighs. So be it. I'm not sure if you know of my story. Probably nothing new for this kind of world. But I used to be a Luton. Used to be the Jarl's champion. Used to fight alongside him. Until one fateful day when he chose to betray me. Chose to stab me in the chest, to poison me, because he was afraid. Treacherous snake, scorpion. And he stomps the ground with all his power. For that, I seek justice. I wish to fight him. I wish to end this with a duel when the time comes.
They all nod. We advise against taking premature actions against your Jarl. when the time comes, we will support you. We will put the petition at the gathering, and if your findings are appropriate, you will have your duel. Before you do so, I understand, and we have seen that you are hot-headed, but please heed our word. You must sail back to your homeland, and you must gather together what evidence that you have against your Jarl. So the other Jarls will give you this duel, and it will be justified in what you're about to do. And that is how you won't turn your whole clan against you.
For one, he is not my Jarl. Do not speak of such in my presence. But alas, that shall be the way it is. I will try to gather this evidence, for yet I do not have this power to subdue him without that, because he has many allies. He may not be strong, but he is smart, and I will give him that.
We all nod. You have shown great wisdom, and for that, we will assist when the time comes. Do not worry. You are valuable to us. Your Jarl, or rather, not your Jarl. Not as much.
Wonder nuts. There are other things that I would like to speak about.
Please do.
Well, this snake has indeed gone, I guess, in a more direct fashion of just betraying and trying to kill me. Perhaps he doesn't even know that I'm alive, and I hope he doesn't, because the larger will be the surprise when I stab him in the throat. And you can see a flash of red going through his eye whites.
And you feel Skuld's hand upon your shoulder. Remember what I taught you.
And Bondel just lets out halves of breath.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Part of this new Lutan clan, I guess I could say. There are strange things happening, Wolf. They are gathering mages. They are gathering forces. It looks like they are preparing for war. The distraction that has happened. What's the name of the clan that got destroyed? I keep forgetting.
Orn.
The destruction that happened with the Orn clan, that was part of the Lutan's plans. They have sent forces there. They shouldn't have gone so far out. They never do. They never did when I was there. And most weird of all, the mage that they have sent. I've seen this person before I knew him. Well, at least I've seen him on countless occasions. He used to be an old man, and he used to be a wise one too. But he had changed so much. He was mad. He was speaking to himself. He caused the volcanoes there to erupt, to destroy their whole city, their whole fortress. And not just that, but he was corrupted by the Ironwood. We have seen it happen. We had fought and killed him. But we have seen it happen. And not just that. We've gathered, at least I've gathered information from people, and they've been gathering mages. And apparently the Jarl also has a new mage by his side, a dragonborn one. Fire mage. And I don't know if she's a counselor, or if she's somehow taking, affecting his actions in any way, counseling him. But this is not right. And not least of all, this has been a recent thing. We had this vision at night. All this place, and he spreads his arms, turned to fire. Everything burned. I do not think that is just merely a dream. I feel that something worse is to come. I wish that you and everybody here could be wary of it. Do not trust those Lutans. And do not trust, do not trust anybody for that matter. And other things that have happened. On our way here, we have passed by one small merchant ship. They had died with trees, ironwood trees growing from their bellies. We've done as such that we've gathered their provisions. We've tried to look through them. We've cast purification magic on them to make sure that everything is clean. And yet, it's proved that somebody has altered this food. They have planted seeds inside it, and our crew ate them, and 2 were least fortunate. And they've died with the same kind of trees growing through them. We still had those bodies, if needs be that you want to see them. And also, he takes the apples and cuts them in half, looking for the seeds to show them. If I may, and he starts slowly approaching.
They nod, you may.
He gets close and just shows them the inside.
Aici merge gluma aia cu Steve Jobs. Gata, that's all.
They look at the apple and they nod knowingly. And this only proves that the witches is the biggest threat that we face right now.
One steps back to his place. Please continue.
As for what you were reporting about the Luton clan, I'm afraid that what we have also noticed is that in the face of the end of the world, in the face of annihilation, in the face of the final battle for this very place we call home, the whole of the realm, this time when all of us should be even more united, it is when we are most apart. People, brave as they are, they're actually panicking and resorting to weird things. You have reported this weirdness about the Luton clan, but we have also heard about other things about other clans. Usually those that do not like each other are now on the brink of war. Some have threatened to even leave the Drift Hall. And we understand that we do not want to face your old Jarl again, but what we're going to ask you next, that make that inevitable and unavoidable for now. You will speak with our voice and you will walk with our authority, and we would like for you as a neutral party, as someone in a way representing all of the clans, to go have an audience with all of the Jarls, see what ails them, see what you might find, see if you can fix the rift that is caused between them and some other clan. Listen to them, what they have to say, and if you find weird things, report back to us. Can you do that for us? Can you leave aside your vengeance, your worries, and your hate for the good of Grimnir? For now, at least. Looking directly at Vondel this time.
Vondel sits silent for a while. He appears to be thinking.
You'll be under our protection, and if he stabs you in the chest again, as he has done in the past, then that will be the end of him, more so than the end of you.
Leaf will put a hand on Vondel's back just to reassure him that he's not alone.
I do not fear him. I fear what I may do if I see him. I will try. I will do my best. But know that some things are, out of my power.
She nods.
You tell me to forget hatred. I am made of hatred.
Not completely.
Us.
There is little.
Good joke.
There is little that I can do about that. And there is nothing that can quench my thirst for blood, for his blood.
And
Maybe we
in
can
time-
spread out. Maybe someone else can speak to Lutan from among our group. So
Wonder things
that
Do you
per second and
trust?
that.
Do you trust the Lutans so much that to leave only one of us going there?
You must go together, because what one might miss, the other could see,
I
And
never
just like-
miss.
just like we did. And then
so that
all of their eyes close, and they speak at the same time. In the time of the wind of winter whistling, in the time of the wicked walking giants, in the time of the waking of the wretched, the nine shared a dream. A forgotten place we saw, and to this forgotten place we did send a one-eyed man, a man who might see for us a place we could not. We have dreamed of a leaping wolf dragging a squealing moon to the ground. We have seen a serpent spray the blood of the dead across the snow and ice of the north and the hot sands of the south. And we have seen your faces in all of those places. Are these beasts we dreamed real or imagined? Now it is time. For where was one just on one-eyed man, now there will be many eyes. Your eyes. For we have seen you in all of those visions that we had, and we have seen you play a pivotal role in what's to come. I do not wish to burden you with this information, but you might be those that could tip the scales one way or another. And that is both for your actions and both for your words.
Vondel's thin line of a mouth he used to have, while scowling, turns into a smile. Well, maybe not very comforting smile, as it's Vondel.
Yeah.
And he says, I do want to see his face when he sees me again. I hope I give him nightmares.
Not.
And he takes a step back.
But there is still more.
Oh,
I still have questions.
yes. Go ahead.
Leaf will uncover his hand with the tattoos, with the runes, and he will show them to the wolf. I need to find answers about these runes, about their importance, their significance, what's the meaning behind. I also need to find what's the meaning of Skuld, and I need to understand what's the relation that I have with her nature. Like point at Skuld.
For you in particular, Fallen One, we can arrange for a special beverage. Whenever you will have time, you will come here and drink it. And that will help you remember things that you did not think that you even knew. It was what we can do for you. And then, depending on what you see, we can assist with deciphering it.
He will nod and step back. Is that
there
drink
anything
only?
else?
Is that drink only for Leaf or
Only for Leaf, yes.
okay? No drinks for you guys.
Scar will step forward for a bit and
Yeah.
say,
You wish for a private
Drink the
audience. Is
good
that
stuff.
Mind readers. How did you know?
They are good at this.
it is, like I said, some things are very clear to us and some are not.
Well, if you've read my mind, you already know my answer then.
We do not know exactly what you're requesting in this private audience. But whenever your friends are comfortable waiting for you outside, then we will proceed with what you request. Is there any other questions? Is there any help you seek in getting to the bottom of your destinies?
Wait, private as in The four of us.
Oh. You wish for us to dismiss our guards?
He will throw his weapons on the ground and his armor and
Să
say
rămână
his
închiloți.
shirt to show them that
Loincloth.
he means no harm. Yes. Only us need to know about this.
That is acceptable. Everyone, please step outside.
My friends already know what I'm about to tell you.
All right. Skuld gets out. Rolf gets out. Are you sure, Wolf? Asks Firkat. Yes, I'm sure. And she steps out, and she will point to the girl in the corner. She will stay. She is, or will be, a future Wolf after all. We have just selected her from Dvar clan.
Do we know her?
From the Var clan?
Dvar,
Atvar, okay.
yes. She seems too young, a little, maybe 1 year or two smaller than Side, and she's kind of playing with two dolls. But when she hears that she's being talked about, she stops and turns her attention towards the wolf and towards you.
Actually, I have one last question. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
When is the gathering supposed to happen?
Gathering was supposed to happen a few days ago. However, we were waiting for the Orn to arrive. In this, under these new conditions, the gathering will be tomorrow around noon.
And do you wish us to speak with the Jarls before?
Yes, because it might affect how the gathering will go.
Very well.
You must depart at once after we finished our meeting and see what
Just-
we can unveil.
Just know that our friend Scar is known to be able to handle more than 3 women while in his shorts.
What?
Nothing, just stepping out.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Wait, you're supposed to stay as well.
Okay.
He meant the guards to go.
Okay. I thought that he said you 4 alone. 3 wolf plus him.
You meant with all of your companions, correct? Maybe I misunderstood.
Dacă sunt ăștia confortabile să ne lase pe toți, sure.
Yeah, you're okay.
They will stay here and they will see us or no?
Who?
The
Uite, e un
purple
perete.
ladies.
Au ieșit afară, e un perete aici.
Ok, n-am văzut, scuze,
Da.
my bad.
Deci Liv nu se dezbracă, asta ca să știi, da?
For he's not naked, but he has the noble clothes because he's a noble man.
Mhm.
Not really peasant clothes, but step forward and
Dacă vrei, te blochezi și o să vezi cum se vede, iată.
I address you again. You know about my true nature, that correct?
We know.
And then he will transform.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now,
Also know of the bond that you share with Hell.
I will speak only true words now because there is no need to hide my true self. So you know about my bond with Side. You know that what affects her affects me. What powers me powers her.
That we did not know.
You know now. For we are bonded for real, even though she is not of this world. I am of both worlds as she is of both worlds. Have Jotun blood in me. I belong to the old world as long as I belong to the new world. But that is not what I want to talk to you about. You know that I am the Wild Hunt. I release souls on behalf of Hell. She wants no suffering in this world, and, well, I end the suffering. That is what I did until a few months ago when she stopped answering my calls. She stopped sending visions, targets, you name it. Then we advanced through the realm to the sea and something clicked. I saw something. I dreamed of something. Well, not me, but the rune thrower. He said that a tall, cold shadow spreads called the Well of Wisdom. And its continuous existence obscures me from being reached from the world beneath. And then I saw a man, and he will try to describe the way he looks. I saw him towering over hell with a hand on his shoulder, on her shoulder, smiling, almost arrogantly, belittling me, mocking me, the Wild Hunt. I did so much for this world, only for that fool to mock me. I want to know who he is, and I'm sure he has a part in this play. Perhaps he's the one that drained the Well of Wisdom. Perhaps he's the one that is pulling the strings, connecting the witches, the raiders, and the kingdom. Do you know of this man, who he is, what he is, and why he is doing that?
Do not know of this man, but we do know of Hell. And we knew her to be a gentle soul, like you said.
Who can have such power over a god?
She does not suffer people suffering, basically. However, there is also a truth that will happen at Ragnarok. It is said that the armies of Hell's Dead will march against our forces, against the people in the House of the Slain. And until now, we did not understand what might happen. That for someone as gentle as Hell, and someone so opposed to suffering, to march for the destruction of the world. I believe that, as you said, she might be influenced by something. Maybe the witches have already reached her and are slowly swaying her towards the other side.
But her forces were fighting the forces of the witches. Her
Which means that she has not yet succumbed. However, the legend still is true, and we're still seeing it there at the end, that the ship of the dead will sail against the forces of good and will add to the Jotun's ranks and to the witches' ranks and whomever might decide that they ally ourselves against us. I believe now that you seem to be unaffected by this sudden shift in your garden's behavior, that you might be key into solving this. And I believe that
I will be the one that will plunge the dagger into that fool's heart.
And
Me
I believe
alone.
we might assist you. We will see if this is, we'll meditate, if this is the way that it must be done, if this man that you speak is indeed the one corrupting her. And if it is, we'll find a way to reach him and remove his influence. But let us meditate upon this. This is a very sensitive matter.
There is one more thing. The rainbow spear is almost complete.
It is true, the witches, they have it.
How do we fight that power? Unstoppable force.
We must not let them or anyone assemble the spear, for it is indeed powerful. It might be powerful for us. The moment it falls into the wrong hands, it can bring even greater foes to fight against us.
But how the spear actually works? How is it that is it so dangerous for us?
This spear was actually one that belonged to Mirgal, the betrayer, and it was the most powerful artifact of his. Not exactly sure on how he got it, if he created it, if he found it somewhere, but the spear is able to create portals to any other realms. It can bring creatures and people forward or from a place. If it falls into the wrong hands, into the hands of the enemies, they'll use it to spawn even more of their corrupted and evil forces. And Grimnir will never be safe. We only need to will it, and the portal will be created to the plane of your choice.
How do you destroy that spear? There has to be a way. A volcano, perhaps.
Or the power of a god.
Or
Power of
maybe-
a god.
It is also known that the Stone Court shall wake at the time of Ragnarok. And if you will be there, as you should, you can guide them, tell them that the spear must be destroyed.
But where will Luta be?
That is a good question. She's still missing.
Do you know anything?
We do not.
That is the quest of mine. To find her. For she will be needed.
If you wish, we can also meditate on that. That we might see traces, clues of where she might be. If alive or in stone form.
Pray not.
We can do
I will meditate.
Maybe you can guide us to where one of the last parts of the spear is hidden to prevent the Iron Witches getting all of them.
You can try that as well, though I'm not sure if it is wise. If it is hidden, we would rather have it stay hidden. The last pieces.
Well, we learned that even the most hidden secrets have a habit of getting discovered before Ragnarok. So betting on things staying hidden did not prove really fruitful until now.
Let's take it one step at a time.
There's
We need to deal with this threat of the witches. We'll think about it until the gathering, and we'll come up with a plan.
Nu mai țin minte dacă Fondel a spus what he saw happening here. Fire and all that.
He said,
Okay, my bad.
Did someone mention the cum îi cheamă creaturile de plante care au fost manipulate să se ducă la spear.
Wicker? Nobody.
Așa, the Wicker.
Așa, dar nu. Nobody said.
So maybe we will also mention this at the
Go ahead.
Absolutely. Everything that we remember. As I'm
Go
trying
ahead
to
and
remember
mention
things.
yeah.
You remember that you mentioned it.
So yeah, we met a Wicker which was manipulated into trying to reach the the spear and grab it for someone. It seems that there are forces that can manipulate lesser minds or whole races, I don't know. So Iron Witches may be the most important threat, but there are many other forces here on the field ground.
Who could control the Wickers in such a way?
Maybe someone who knows the creator or the way they were created.
That's what we thought.
We do have this Wicker with us. If you desired, you can ask her questions if she knows anything, maybe.
We will inquire about her.
Pe tot parcursul ăsta, I would like to pay attention to the girl here, see if she's doing anything suspicious.
The young girl?
Yeah, like she feels out of place, or she's just absorbing all the things that are happening. And
She kind of seems overwhelmed, actually, and see that she's in distress a little bit.
Did you mention some dolls she's playing with? Wooden
Yeah,
dolls?
she has two straw dolls,
Straw dolls.
wooden
Okay.
straw, whatever.
Do they look like the stone court or
No,
regular?
they don't have any
Okay.
features, like
Same
very
age?
rudimentary.
Same age as Sile?
Maybe 1 or 2 years younger.
Ok. Sigur nu e nicio relație între ele?
No.
Mhm.
So, before you depart, we are a little bit worried. You know about the All Jarl. There's always an All Jarl, and the current All Jarl is Mother Gunbarg, also the Jarl of the Halharn. We believe that she is trying to solve the matter of the end times in a way that we do not approve. She thinks that in the following weeks and months, that all must die in battle, so that we bolster the ranks of the House of the Slain. But we believe that is wrong. We believe that we will need people in the here and the now to fight before the final battle will eventually.
Excuse me for asking, but how did such a weak-minded person become the All Jarl?
She was voted by the other clans.
I see no wisdom in her.
And much as we are the Volve, the Jarls of all of the clans, they can and have the power to vote and outvote each other. So even though we not agree, I believe that she will want to go ahead with her plan. She's organizing blood tournaments in which the dead, the sickly, and the dying fight to the death. And she is now moving to having actual able-bodied raiders fight against each other. So only one may survive in the end, and the rest will bolster the ranks of the House of the Slain.
Scar is entertained. Suffering, you say?
She's an elf, right?
Well, there might
She's
be
an
some
elf, yes.
wisdom in.
And but yes, but if they, you know that if they die in battle, they don't reach hell, you know, and
Yes, but the suffering,
yeah,
thinning the.
sure, but she advanced to now having actual healthy and powerful warriors fight and kill each other. Like,
True.
I don't know how many votes she has, but as you go see each Jarl, see where their ideas and where their vision of this might be. I do not know. Maybe this is a good idea and we do not see it. If it would be in your power to try to sway them one way or another.
Well, first we'll have to include the war clan, and then I propose a new All Jarl.
The
No
Warrior
wonder.
will be voted.
No
soon.
wonder the clans are not united with such a Karams himself person leading them.
The time will come for a new Jarl as well. All Jarl.
The time is now. We cannot delay this
disagree.
any further.
We disagree. We must. We cannot create even more unstable.
Drama.
No
Discord.
Concoction.
discord. Yeah, discord in the clans right now. We first need to tend to the matter of the witches and of the giants, and in due time, a new Jarl will be elected as it is custom. But you do have the power. You have our blessings. Go forth. Talk to the Jarls. Solve their issues if possible. And you will be able to influence this way or another. And at the gathering, we will see what petitions that we can tend to.
Scar reverts to his normal form.
All right.
Do not judge Mother Gunbarg too harshly, Scar. She has strong opinions, but she generally means good. She means well. She's a good leader of the whole Harn. So
Yes.
I heard in my ears.
She might be a good leader, but she's not the leader that we need now. We need united clans, and that is not how you unite them.
Or other thoughts, she may have been a good leader.
Yes.
I remember the Bender
Time of
King.
peace.
Indeed.
And remember what they have tried to do to the Orn Jarl.
Indeed, if she's under a bad influence, then it's quite worrisome.
At least the Orn Jarl was strong enough willed not to give in, and he died for that.
The Volvo are hearing us, right?
No.
The way I see it, the war clans are the only ones that can be trusted for now until we gather more information and we will discuss with each clan.
You have until tomorrow at noon. Go forth. Be wise.
He bows gracefully.
So we leave Sida here, or what? Because
I don't think Scar wants to.
I don't think I...
You want an arrow in the knee? Just say the word.
Are you sure you don't want to leave the girl with us? They ask as they leave. We will take care of her.
What is Sida doing or feeling? Or...
She's fidgeting. Also overwhelmed by what's happening around her.
He goes towards them, no fucks given.
Mm.
Entertain me, what do you want to know?
What makes her unusual? And what is your connection with you?
Wouldn't you need,
Gold could look after her while you're away. I think we can trust her.
wouldn't you need both of us to know what
We
binds
already,
us together?
we already understand you, but we do not understand her.
He's shocked. Nobody understands me. I'm all alone.
Go sit in a corner.
You're not alone, you have Sida.
Well, I will tell you this, the sooner we get to this, the sooner we'll find out.
He grabs the girl, goes to the exit, and then releases her. You may have her.
All
10
right?
minutes.
Days. A few days. It's all we need. Some of the Seer Guard will approach her and gently take her over, ask her, are you hungry? Do you require a change of clothes and whatnot? Very motherly like.
Why didn't
And,
they ask
Wanda?
us if we are hungry?
Whilst all that is happening, all that is happening, the guards get into her. Vondel is just gonna loom over both of them, looking, as in, giving them the don't even think of touching her eye.
She, as you see her, the Seer Guard, she kind of sees the beast in you. She's a little bit,
He's not really trying to intimidate them, as in,
yeah, but as you look at her, like giving her a warning, she kind of gets a feeling about you being beastly, or then she stumbles.
I reinforce
worry.
the thoughts.
Yeah.
I say,
Don't-
just like Vondel said, don't touch, just hover.
Okay. Fearcat, you may guide the chosen of the Volve across Drift Hall. You already know where everyone is. Then let everyone know that they speak with our voice and they walk with our blessing. Aye. As you wish, wisest Wolf. And she will join you as well. Well, if you're hungry, Rolf says, the Drift Hall always has one of these ham skips set up as a feasting hall. We can feast there for free, as it is customary. I guess follow the one that smells the best. So, asks Fearcat, where would you like to go first?
Wonder
before, I,
thinks a bit. Go ahead, Scott.
before I go, I want to take Sida to a corner here, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Get an arrow from my quiver.
Okay. Right.
And
And
bathe it in my own blood.
oh, okay.
And say, if anything happens to you, or if you don't like what you're seeing, just break the arrow in half, and I will know, for it will hurt me. The blood there is...
All right.
Okay.
I want to know, too. Why am I here? I think it's okay, for now.
Only the wolf will be able to tell you that.
Okay. Yes,
But do not
that's what I want.
hesitate to summon me.
Of course. Yes, always.
If danger comes by, just run to us.
All right.
Scar, do you want to ask Skull to stay guard here at the door?
I trust the wolf and his eyes twitching.
You haven't answered my question.
I trust the wolf.
So that's a yes.
And he
I
teaches again.
trust the wolf.
Blink once for yes. Why are you
Blinks
twitching?
with both eyes. I trust the wolf. No need.
It's an approach like this.
What am I doing? No. Willen is called with us.
Wonder will ask Rolf, is there any magic blacksmith or something around here? I would like to ask a couple of questions about that stupid axe that I got from the giantess.
Maybe one of the owls brought the blacksmith. Usually the Orn were very gifted in magical items and stuff, but we have all seen that the Orn delegation is kind of missing at this point. But we'll ask around as we see. Usually there is, but usually with the Orn. There's also Market District, I'm sure somewhere here. Maybe there, someone might be able to help you.
Wonder not.
Okay, back to the big map. At this point, I'm
Himnar asks
guessing...
Vondel. Himnar asks Vondel to bring him along. Bring me along for that conversation. Might turn up the skills of a blacksmith. Maybe I might learn some things.
Wonder shrugs. You're a big, and he stops mid-sentence. Man, I'm sure you can follow.
Will do.
So, 5-minute break?
Sure.
Looks
Hai că
like
vă dau 7 minute. Adică sau 8 minute, adică până la și 5.
Eu zic să ne dai totuși 5, pentru că oricum îți fac 7 sau 8.
Da,
Dacă
corect.
îmi dai 7 sau 8.
5 minute. 5 minute vă dau.
Thank you,
Copii,
Bine, bec.
Eu nu plec nicăieri.
Dar de ce nu pleci?
Că nu vreau.
Am
Eu
înțeles.
plec când veniți voi.
Am înțeles.
Back.
Myself as well.
Hristos a înviat.
Asta să mai stea și un pic mort.
A înviat. A înviat să mor dacă te mint. Ce recomandare mi-a dat YouTube-ul? Ia să vedem. Dark Folk.
Ștefan.
Salut, sunt Ștefan și am 15 ani. Sunt din Drăgășani și am prieteni tari.
Când avem mixtape-ul tău.
Salut, sunt Ștefan și am 15 ani. Sunt din Drăgășani și am prieteni tari. Nu ca tine, am bonchetari. Dacă vrei de-ai mei, vine să-ți dau. Salut, eu sunt Adi și am 15 ani. Dacă vrei bătaie, vino să ți-o dau. Nu te duci acasă, te rog frumos, că-ți dau și altă dată, dar mai frumos. Ce-ai mă tu, frate, că îmi dai bătaie? Dau mai ușor,
Să cringe.
te rog frumos.
Cosmin avem?
Nu cred. Cred că a venit Gofran.
Avem.
Alright. Deci, okay. We back. You're just leaving the camp skip of the Wolf, and Fearcat asked you, who do you want to visit first?
Hey kids.
Hmm. Oh.
Does she mean like we're going to visit the Jarls?
Yeah, you are going on the yard tour. Yard Walton. See what ails
I don't know
them.
about you guys, but I wanna see my pa. I haven't seen my pa in a long time.
Who's me,
I
pa?
see you. I see you hesitating. So it's clearly you're not swaying one way or another. I wanna see Rolf of the Natal clan.
You mean Hror?
Hror, my bad. Oh, Leo.
All right. I mean, I don't think it matters in which order we go to visit them. For me,
Wonder shrugs. I don't really care.
Alright. Follow me. To the Natal we go.
Let me introduce you to me pa. You'll love him.
And she takes you across the inner circle. You're briefly walking around this hemscape that is with number 3, which is the Conclave of Magicians. You see a lot of arcane casters. Actually, nope, because this is only one way. So never mind. She tells you that that in the distance is the Conclave of Magicians. So she'll take you back towards the Hall of Stone, where the shrines of all of the gods are. Goes around. You briefly go at the hemscape that is set up as a marketplace. There's some people there, almost from all of the clans. Well, not all, but some of them. And you first, in the northern part, you first reach this hemscape, which seems to be the feasting hall that Rolf has told you about. There's strong smells of food and meat being roasted coming from inside, and a lot of raiders walking in and out of it. And what's interesting is that the feasting hall itself is draped in the banners of the Natal. And Rolf will explain to you, I guess this year is the time of the Natal to feed the many mouths here gathered at the Drift Hall. It is usually customary that the clans take turns, and one of them, every gathering or every Drift Hall, must be the one providing food for the whole of Drift Hall.
Wonder will
You
nudge him
love
there.
Riverwell stew. The Riverwell stew, it's the best. Keeps you going in the harshest of winter.
Wanna stop for some food or go directly to the Natal district? Asked the Dragonborn.
We can eat later.
Alright.
No?
Again, Wonder will nudge him there and tell him, remember the provisions.
Will do.
Maybe if your clan is in charge of all this, maybe you should let them know of what has transpired.
So the Natal, their colors are usually white and blue. Their symbol, logo, whatever, is that of a Riverwell. However, their ships are kind of different from the rest of the other clans' ship and even the Bender, because one being they have wider frames. Secondly, that they are made out of the bones of river wells that they hunt. There is not much wood in the frozen north, so they had to adapt. So their ships are bone ships, made of bone and hide, and they have waterproof hides strung tightly across the inner bones, forming lightweight and swift hunting vessels. There are dozens of ships, the Natal being one of the largest of the clans, but they build no hemskips because, again, the scarcity of wood in their lands.
We need bigger whales.
While the biggest of the whales are already made into ships. While at the Drift Hall, they live aboard their hide ships and each have the ability to erect a bone frame tarp to cover 3/4 of the ship from rain or snow. As you all know, the Natal are whaling people and they live and die on the Serpent Sea, which makes it even more surprising that the leader is a dwarf. Because dwarves and water usually do not mingle. But yeah, as you
Is
ask,
that all kinds of water?
yeah. And I mean, I think they wash some of them at least. You will find, as Firkat is telling you, Hror Longspear, the Jarl of the Natal, in the Saturn lock ship, and she takes you there, sitting, and you find him sitting before a brazier set on a large stone slab, upon which brews a black liquid, and some bone plates around with some smoked fish and whale flesh. As usual, as you remember him, Himnar, he's accompanied by his two closest advisor, Nar, a human and the son of the former Yar, and Advari, an advisor as well as his, let's say, personal bodyguard. And
Dwarf? Advari is a dwarf?
no, he's also a human.
Okay.
Andvari. Okay, let me move you there. The Natal. Alrighty. He sees you and gives you a knowing look, let's say, and goes like, long time no see.
Hail, Hror Longspear. Father, your wisdom to have me reach out to the wolf proved infinite. I have many stories to tell. I've been through all the edges of the world. I have grappled with beasts of sea and monsters of fire. I even grappled with a Bandor king. And I return to tell the tale, Pa. You would not believe the dangers that are coming to pass right before our eyes.
I have heard some stories, some rumors that I hoped not to be true. But seeing your new complexion, he pauses for a second, then extends a hand as if waiting for you to come into handshake, a manly handshake.
Himnar approaches, pumps his chest out, and says, "Aye, Pa, I had my frigid honor swim in hell's waters.
He'll grab you by
spat
the
me back.
he'll grab you by your forearm, pull you into some sort of a manly hug, then push you back just as violent, let's say. I see many changes have been inflicted upon you. Can I still call you my son?
I still am your son, yet I am something more. These trials and hurdles, they shape me into something more. But it is
There
not
is only one
I.
way to find out, he says, as he goes into his one of the backpacks over there made of river whale hide, and he pulls what appears to be the board of a game that he usually likes to play. Hror is known in the world as being very competitive. He likes to challenge himself, his clan, and everyone that comes into contact with him and judge their mettle, let's say. And you remember this, right? The Thinkers game. And he puts the board game on the ground in front of you. I will post it in Discord. Let's see.
You taught me everything I know. But I
That
might
is
have
my
a
only
trick or two
weakness.
up my sleeve.
Și le întoarce și dă cu zarul, joacă table.
Let's see if you are still my son. I know every strategy that you ever tried to employ against me. Let yourself prove to me that you are still who you say you are. Do you accept?
You're on, Pa. You're on, Pa.
Very well. All right. So we're actually gonna have to play this because it matters if you win or
I have
not.
no idea. I have no idea how to play this, but I'm a roll a die. I'm gonna roll the dice. All the dice you want me
No,
to.
no. We'll. So this is kind of the thinkers game.
Wait, it's actually kind of cool. What the
Only Magnus Carlsen can do it.
There are many variations of the standard board game the Raiders play, but it's generally referred to be as a thinkers game. 2 players compete to capture enemy Jotun. It's very on par. So this is how your Jotun game piece looks like on the board. Yes, Discord also.
All right.
Each round, there are 6 pieces to capture. Each round, the player makes opposed intelligence checks. The winner captures a piece. Once 6 pieces are captured, that player wins. However, each round, before rolling their intelligence check, each player may declare a special move. Only one special move round of play can be used by each player. So the special moves, you can decide, so this is the strategic part of the game, overwhelm, outplay, cheat, vigilance, or standard move. You will tell me what move you are trying to make, and I already have I know what Hror is going to use, so I'm not going to use things that beat or are good against what you choose. So, yeah.
Super. Și bine că am plusat pe inteligență mult.
Sure.
Și bine.
All right. So, you read that and tell me what you're trying to use. Or what you want to use. What strategy, if anything. Because 6...
I want to try and use vigilance.
Okay. You use vigilance and Hror uses outplay. So vigilance. The character can watch the board carefully and roll wisdom perception check. The result is higher than a special move skill check. The other player makes their special move was countered and has no effect this round. So Hror will try outplay and he needs to make insight to see what we get. Oh boy.
He's definitely him, Narsan. Sorry, father.
Yep. Alright, so you make a perception check. Alright, so you beat the fuck out of... so you are onto your paw, and his moves, he's trying to use outplay, however, you are better than that. But that means that the checks that will be made will have no bonuses or drawbacks. So we will roll each our intelligence check and see who wins. Just because you see what he's trying to make doesn't mean that you will actually beat him. So his oh, my bad. The intelligence saving throw mod is the same thing. So it's a check. That is the same thing.
Super.
All right. He moves as always masterfully across the board and captures one Jotun piece. He looks at you with a smirk on his face and you move now. And yeah.
Outplay.
You're trying outplay?
Yes.
Right, so for the second move, Hror is supposed to roll randomly, let's say. 1. So he rolls overwhelm.
An insight.
He rolled, for that I will reveal the insight. So he will try overwhelm. You tried outplay, you said? Okay, insight.
Yes.
But you failed. And let's see if his overwhelm goes. A charisma performance check. Alright. He also fails. So we'll again roll normally.
Intelligence.
Both of us. Intelligence check, yes. Oops. Yes, that's good. No. Eu am dat prost. Nu, am dat prost, am dat eu prost, stați bine știți. Ability check. Mai dau o dată. Am dat și mai bine acum. Alright.
Oh, fuck.
Hror moves ever masterfully captures a second piece. I'm sure you're my son. Third move.
On him, Nar. Show.
Outplay again.
Outplay as well. So go insight.
The best skill I got.
All right, yours succeeds. His doesn't. So that means that he rolls, whatever he rolls, it will be a -4 to that. So he rolls 13 -4, that's 9.
Holy shit, you're kidding me.
And you also roll a
It's a
9.
tie.
So it is a tie indeed. So if it is a tie,
What happens to him?
Nothing happens.
nothing happens. Yes, you are no piece gets captured.
O situație
So-
odată.
So we go again. He will choose it randomly again. Standard move. He doesn't use any move. He wants to give you a chance to win. What are you using?
Outplay. Using
Outplay.
outplay.
That doesn't work. So let's go checks again. Basic
Intellect.
checks. Intellect. Yes.
This is for sure my area of expertise.
Okay, that's 3 pieces for her, 0 for Himnar. Go again.
Outplay again.
Outplay as well. I'm sensing which is the favorite move in the family. Oh, he outplays you. So you roll with a -4, and he rolls with
Oh, fuck.
normally. Oh wow! But -4.
Exact.
Right.
Exact.
4 pieces to Hror, 0 to Himnar. Okay,
Boom.
go again.
It's not lost. until
Outplay
it's lost.
again.
Oh, there we go. We
Go
outplayed
for it.
him.
Și acum revine ca Brazilia cu Germania la mondial.
And he will try to cheat. Sleight of hand. Let's go. Which he succeeds. Incredible.
Oh,
That gives him a +7 bonus to the cheater's intelligence check.
Jesus.
But if discovered by the other player using the vigilance move, the game is forfeit and the cheater loses 1 point of glory. So you could have. So okay. So
Yeah.
that's a +7 for
Super.
him. So,
Super.
but he rolls really low. So that's 11.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, you win a piece! He grumbles. That's 4 to
Practic,
1.
nu era forfeit the game dacă pierde?
Nu, dacă îl prindeai cu vigilance, ai dat outplay. Scrie acolo.
Ah, da.
If the other player using the vigilance move, the game is forfeit
Da,
and the
da,
cheater
da.
loses. Yes, so some maneuvers work better against other maneuvers. Alright, that's 4 to 1. Go again.
Come on.
Insight.
Come back.
Outplay.
Outplay, that's a natural 1. He will also outplay. With an insight. Also fail, so we will roll normally.
Am băgat muzică de șah.
Astăzi.
He rolled 12.
Ai, masa.
I mean, he
Double
doesn't have
number.
much intelligence, but you are rolling really good. Okay, so that's 5 to 1. Go again.
Now it's your time.
Insight.
Show me how it's done.
What? Tot outplay.
Outplay.
He will outplay again. So let's see. Insight. Alright, he also outplays you. So you both, let's say you both roll normally. Because you will both roll with -4.
Nu cred.
He takes the 6th piece by you thought that you had him there at the end to take a second piece, but once again you fail and you are only left with 1 piece captured, while you no longer have any pieces of your own as well. And he will clear his voice, and there is a dire look on his face, and then he you see a smile appearing in the corner of his mouth. You are indeed my son. You have never been great at this game. And game of chess.
I focused on way different things. Didn't have much time to learn this game of yours.
I wish you would have gotten better, though. Regardless, I'm glad that you didn't, because that tells me exactly what I needed to know. Anyway, I'll have you know that the exploits that you have accomplished alongside their companions have reached, some of them at least, even in the far north of our homeland. I am glad that you are of my flesh, though it worries me. The fact that what you have told me about hell, about the implications of that, about what will happen there at the end. I'm not sure that hell is an ally of the raider kind. I do not wish to fight against my own at the end.
She may be going through a turbulent phase. That remains to be determined. But right now, we need to be aware. The Volv are moving against us. Either openly or covertly through the Ironwood Witches. And we have met their influence throughout many places. We need to be united. We need to stand united now more than ever. Pa, will you stand with us and the Wolf? And will you unite arms with the other clans?
I'm not sure, son. I'm not feeling very comfortable here. I feel like people think less of us than the other clans. That crazy bitch, the Holhorn Jarl, she's been having crazy ideas lately. Something I cannot get behind. I will not have us, the Natal, spare any resources. Able-bodied men, least of all, in her crazy, bloodthirsty sports.
I agree. It's futile waste of life when we could be focusing on conquering our challenges, or feeding our people, or protecting them, for sure. We'll investigate her motives.
There's also a matter that we are being accused of something I cannot fathom that we are responsible for. At Var, they have beef with us.
What do they think we did?
They think that we poisoned the Jarl. One of the Jarls, at least. Torkel. He died after an encounter at sea between our people and their people.
And he thinks a Natal would resort to poison to take out their enemies. Ah, that's hilarious.
There was a duel over who to claim a Bender merchant ship that they both have found. And Vari's brother here, he motions towards his human advisor, was the one that dueled Torkel. Sadly, he had lost, forfeited his life. But soon after, it appeared that Torkel, the Jarl of the Dvar, one of the Jarls, because as you know, the Dvars only have twin Jarls. So there's always two. He succumbed to sickness and died shortly after. So...
Wanda will look at Hror. He's gonna take one of the apples he had, because he only showed one to the wolf, and throw it into his hand.
He catches it.
Cut it in half.
Cuts it in half, sees the wicked seed.
Would that explain something to you?
Someone is trying to create a rift between us.
Bundle nuts. We had found one of those merchant ship you're talking about. He had a full stash of this kind of food, all poisoned. 2 of our own had fallen to it.
How do you
There.
prove it?
We have the bodies. If that is what you want to see. This is Ironwood.
We believe that we are not at fault here, but it is not us who you must convince. It is the Tvar, remaining Jarl. 'Cause I
Wonder
know
shakes his head. If all that was poisoned, and the Jarl has died to it, it may be that none of you are at fault. Maybe somebody else who's trying to pin the blame or fuel of feud before you.
She says that she has it on good authority. That
Anger motivates people, maybe not in a rational manner. But creating a war between you two, it may actually help somebody else. There is discord being sown in all this.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the circumstances of that death of Torkel?
of course, as Andvari has told me as he's been present. Actually, you tell him.
Oh, so Andvari was present there.
Yes, I was. As was my brother, a mighty warrior of the Natal clan. It was a duel, honorable duel against
Where
one
was
another.
this duel happening and why?
The very Mercanscape that we have found, the Bender. Well, actually, the Dvar found them first, but my brother decided to challenge them for the loot, and rather than kill each other until one side would win and the other would be exterminated, they agreed to do a duel, a one-on-one, and whoever won was actually also the rightful owner to the Mercanscape. So my brother, as he was our leader, he put himself forward and he dueled against Torkel, the Jarl of the Tvar. Formidable as he was, my brother unfortunately was killed by Torkel. Then we departed, as it was agreed upon, and we left the ship, Bender ship, with the Tvar. I don't know what happened after, but we learned that Torkel soon succumbed to some poison. Only himself, none of the other crew, and he has died unceremoniously in his bed, which makes the slight and the circumstances even more grave for the Dvar clan. Ever since then, we are being accused by the Dvar that we have used poison, which is forbidden and not honored in the Raider clan. And I believe they wish to challenge us at the gathering tomorrow to either give reparations or even worse, bring I do not know what they wish to have against us. Maybe reduce us as a powerful clan, remove our votes from the inner council.
Did you send your brother to the halls of the slain together with his weapons, belongings, or do you still have something from that battle?
Yes, I did. And Zaitz, you realize that because you are observant, I believe,
Yeah.
that his face does not match his words, let's say, as he says that. Yes, of course, we did the honorable thing. We sent my brother to House of the Slain, funerary pyre.
there was no one else intervening in that duel.
No, it was a one-on-one. But my brother, he was honorable. He would never resort to poison.
Would anyone else in our clan be involved in this? Would anyone else resort to poison instead of him?
I cannot speak for all of those people that make the Natal clan. But I do not believe. I do not want to believe, says Hror. Any of us would do such a thing. We are honorable people.
I don't know much about this guy, but can I simply analyze his body language to see if
Anvari?
Anvari, yes.
Yeah, sure. Insight. Why advantage?
Because though I lost an eye, I think. I don't know.
Oh, right, correct. Anvari, for the mighty warrior that he looks like, the mountain of a man, is kind of fidgeting like a child that may be caught red-handed or something.
Himnar. Anvari is also dwarf or
No, he's human.
human? Okay.
And there's also this other human near him that is very silent. Doesn't say anything, just watches.
And is Himnar? Himnar, do you know Anvari from your time with the clan?
I would
Vouch
say
for
not
him?
intimately. Not intimately.
But you know that he's been at your father's side ever since he became Jarl.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't usually tend to the court business, let's say.
Jarl Hror, may
Aye.
I ask permission for us to speak privately with your warrior here, Anvari? I would like to ask some questions that might be wrongfully interpreted if spoken out loud.
Ask him out loud. I'm sure he has nothing to hide.
I agree.
What's it to you, Zait?
It's just that it just hit me. Anvari, you mentioned that you did the honorary rituals, sending.
Aye.
Did you also do the mandatory Song of Prejudice while you did the rituals?
The what?
The Song of Prejudice.
I never heard of that.
Oh, it must be a time zone thing.
They'll all look confused at you. Is this a test? There's no Song of Prejudice. The fuck is that, Earthling?
Is he still fidgeting when he said
No,
that?
he's annoyed right now.
Very well. Then I shall speak plainly. Anvari, are you willing to swear in front of the wolf that you are speaking the truth about the things that happened then and about the things that were sacrificed with your brother?
Yes.
Very well. Let's
The
do this.
fuck is wrong with you, man? Why are you fidgeting like a little girl? Out with it. Spill it. You take me for a fool? You stand here at my side saying that exactly what is happening and now you're being intimidated by...
Yeah, we can say it a green leaf, yeah.
I mean, by the people of the wolf, the chosen, whatever they're. It is not what you think, Jarl. It is, as I said, I've been lying to you. But I might have. Yes, outwitted. Before I smack you over the head. You see probably that if he tries to smack over the head, probably won't be able to reach him, as this guy is almost as tall as Vondel. It's something I didn't tell you. Before we departed, I kept some things for myself. Treasure. Things that I found that I shouldn't have. That was rightfully belonging to the Dvar. You fucking moron. Why did you say so? I'm sorry, Mayal. Well, that doesn't mean anything or doesn't help us, but I've been fucking fool. And bring everything that you have taken from the Bainder ship. Alright. Fuck. I thought we were onto something. As it departs.
I apologize, Jarl, but sometimes I wanted to be, to spare you some truths.
It's best if I know. But let's see. Anvari eventually returns, apologetic, his head low, and you see that he has what appears to be a necklace, some coins, and a very strange thing that Zaitz, because of your weapons of choice, you recognize as being a dart.
Oh.
And he gives them over to Jarl. The fuck am I supposed to do with it? Tomorrow, at the gathering, you're gonna return this treasure over to the Dvar. Understood? Yes, sir.
Hold on, may we see that dart?
And Danvari looks at Hror. Hror just nods. Yeah, show it to them.
I believe we have a specialist in poison with us.
What?
In a parallel universe, I was a specialist in poison stuff.
Okay.
But you can do. You can do some annoying, wounds with this type of items. I have my custom ones made, and I whipped them out, leaf shaped.
So
Yes.
I will still allow you to roll a poisonous kit check if you want.
Oh.
Because there is knowledge, like you've been to the poisoner school, but you haven't basically used much of it in the last few years. You have
Drop out.
because you have found out that poison is basically forbidden among the reader kind, and you wanted to participate and partake and be part of this world. So, yeah, but
All right. Oh, I still. Oh, nice. Let's do it.
Știu mă pricep la poison.
very good. Tu erai cu alchemist, parcă. Dar,
Yes.
all right. Looking at the poison, the dart, you see what can be easily be confused with rust or something like that, but you're pretty confident about that. That's a trace of the poison that was applied to this dart at some point in time.
Zaid pune limba și testează.
Exact, asta vreau să zic. I take my pinky and I, clean
Ué.
the dart. I
No.
smell it.
Mhm.
And I tip the just a little bit with my tongue.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I'm assuming you're gonna spit that out, not swallow.
And you see me do like the most ugly face you have ever seen. Alright, guys. That's no corrosion of metal. That's not a good feeling. That's almost as worse as the fucking feeling we got from those goddamn trees. Whoever did this was a very skillful man with poisons.
What the fuck, man? Says, is that Dvar right? Did you kill your brother? Kill Djar Torkel? No, sir. I assure you. There's no poison that was used on your side. I took this dart from the captain of the merchant skip of the Bender. Do you believe him?
What does merchant skip mean? Is
The merchant skip, merchant ship
okay.
of the Bender.
Can we identify the crafting of that dart? If it's Bender made or...
I mean, who is familiar with Bender craftsmanship? I mean, him not be able to tell if it is something that
It's made of nettle
Nathan
plant,
will.
yeah.
Traders
Yeah.
may do.
Hmm?
Down knowledge, ceva? History?
I mean,
Appraise it.
you look at it mostly. If there's no bone parts, which usually is contained in all of the Natal makings. Their weapons either have bone handles.
Actually, you know what? You can ask warriors from Nettle clan to bring their darts and compare them.
True.
and nobody has darts. The fuck
See?
darts? As for sissies.
Well, you were playing a board game earlier, but yeah. I
What's the
mean,
difference?
darts,
Use your
board games.
mind.
Fucking complicates things.
I suggest you do not return that to anybody. That may complicate things even further.
But at least there is a proof that the nettle didn't actually poison them.
They are already set on blaming them. I do not know if that's going to be proof for anything.
If anyone is willing to listen and prevent a conflict, then they will. If not,
If.
we need to visit that far also.
I tell you what. We leave this dart with you. Whatever you decide think is wise, we'll ask upon you to testify at the gathering for or against us. And if, Andvari, you are proven guilty, I will deliver the punishment with my own hands. You know, I will never betray you, Jarl. I be fool. Why still do not far? That's not honorable to me. Never happen again.
How many people were present at the duel?
The Bender,
Everybody was present.
none of which have been summoned here at Rift Hall. They're back home.
Were there many?
A whole crew of an explorer class, so around 15 or so. And 15 or so on their side as well.
Anybody from a different clan? Or different
Only the
allegiance?
Bender slaves that were spared the slaughter.
And I'm assuming they're tied.
Tied, sold. We, the Natal, do not concern ourselves with trolls that much. The resources are scarce in the far north. We don't employ many trolls because they are extra mouths to feed.
Was anybody important among them? Or at least important among the Bender?
We wouldn't know. They're Bender. Probably not.
I see.
Shouldn't this prove, says Hror, that we didn't poison Torkel?
I think so.
Well,
It was the Bender and their fucking schemes. Maybe in the initial battle when Torkel boarded their ship that he was poisoned. So I believe maybe we could use this in our favor. So foolish as you were, Anvari, you might have done a good thing. Go ahead, Nor.
Aye, it may be proof, but not irrefutable. It's not set in stone.
Still more than we had previously.
It's a good start.
Rondel will look at Himnar, not Himnar, at Scar and Zaid. Do you think you could find out how long this kind of poison would take to act against the victim?
Well, usually poisons are designed to act as quick as possible. Either they slow you down and drive you to a dreadful and slow death, or they act instantly. So
Yes, but could find out what
For the
this
first
specific
instance.
poison. Because maybe in that case we'd find out, if it had taken a long time for it to act or not. Because if it did, then maybe that the Bender have poisoned them.
Looks
How
left
did
and right.
not?
Do I see an alchemist tools?
No.
I would say it, given with my experience with you, and it's quite hard to gather the materials for poisons in general, as it is, because the land is quite scarce, and you have to be really precise in, the recipes. So I would say either way, would be it wouldn't be a walk in the park, that's for sure. That would be my.
But can you find out? Says Vondel, a bit annoyed.
Well, honestly,
Only an
I-
alchemist can identify the poison.
Is it not poisoner?
Nope.
Okay then.
And I don't have an alchemist tools.
But you
Well,
can
then-
use your knowledge. Doesn't mean necessarily that. You know what I mean?
No.
So you could use your.
knowledge.
I mean, if you know alchemy and about the property of things, you can use that alchemical knowledge even without an alchemist supplies.
Yeah, wouldn't you identify the poison by just, I don't know, fucking with the chemical stuff of...
Yes, that would be easier to do if you had the proper tools, or with a greater DC on a survival, or with less accurate results.
Sure, let's scrap it and see.
If you want, if you could go search for some chemicals supplied in the market, maybe you can find. But I'm saying that you could also just use your expertise.
Let's use our expertise.
All right. So usually with the alchemist tools, identifying a poison is DC 10. Without it, and the fact that this has been used a few weeks ago, let's go for DC 20.
Let's go to the market.
Okay.
Well, we have the dark
Feeling
with
lucky,
us.
man. I'm feeling lucky.
Holy shit!
Wow, dude.
Oh boy, you are lucky. All right.
Actually, this is...
Well, I don't
A
know.
wizard is never lucky.
Oh, this guy used ginger as a poison. What?
What a novice.
pepperish.
All right. So with this roll, you actually I don't know, you taste it, you look at it, see the taste that leaves behind.
I smell
And-
it. I inhale the poison.
And you do remember that you have had previous encounters with this kind of poison that you yourself almost died to it once while traversing through some Baindur lands. It's usually something that the Baindur employ in some of their some of the people that are not as muscular as the others, and some of them prefer this kind of weapons against when they are at sea and at risk of being raided by the more powerful raiders. It's usually more like a woman's weapon. However, it is known, depending on when it was applied to the dart or to the something, to be very deadly and very insidious in such a way that for a while you wouldn't feel anything until your organs would start eating each other from inside within a few hours after the fact.
Basically, delayed effect.
Yes, if it is not applied correctly. If it is applied correctly, or in a dosage that it is according to how the mass of the target, it is supposed to paralyze and kill the target almost instantly. But not many are capable of applying the correct dosage, especially under the duress of having being experiencing an attack. So unless let's say someone else created that poison for you, and if you didn't know how to apply it, you just dip it into poison and Bob's your uncle, see what it happens. So
does Scar tell us what he found out?
that's up to him.
Yes.
Does Vandel recognize the symptoms?
It is not the same that we have experienced when stabbed. And I suppose that's what they're asking.
Okay.
They're asking. For you, it was more like a necrosis happening instantly upon your chest. Your flesh starting to darken and like a flesh-eating disease. And you almost started to look like Himnar is looking right now. But something inside of you, your prowess, your strength, your constitution managed to fight the poison eventually, and you're still left alive, if not a little bit crippled. But now that you think back on it, was it really necrosis of the flesh back then, or is it something akin to a black ooze? Hard to tell. That was pounding into your chest. Been so long ago. All right, I will leave you with that thoughts. Very well. We would appreciate, says Hroll, if you could help us get out of this bind. Not of our doing, but affecting us nonetheless.
I think that we can all agree that we will disclose our findings during the gathering,
We shall.
so that any conflict between the Natal and the Tvar might be, eliminated.
Oh, where are my manners? Would you like some smoked fish?
Now you're talking.
And he nods towards some of one other dwarf here, and they bring bone plates, smoked fish, and stinky whale in brine, and they serve you with some of the delicacies that are found in the Natal lands. For you, Himnar, it feels like home, even though you don't need to eat. you can eat if you want, and this reminds you of better times while you are still in your lands.
I should
Now-
partake. But I have to say, Father, I know Natal are preparing food for the entire drift. Beware. There may be many shipments of food that may be altered, poisoned,
Like the apple?
exactly like the apple. So be sure any food prepared from Bendur ships, especially, it should be burned.
I'll put some extra eyes on inspecting the food. To be honest with you, my son, hosting taking care of the feasting hall this year has been a great toll on our clan. We don't have many supplies, and not the kind of supplies that the others like to eat. We had to buy a lot of the food from the Tvar that we're serving now, and because of the strained relationship that we have, they are taxing us a great deal. But now that this threat upon our food could be something that could end us all, that makes me even more worried. But I'll instruct the people to be more vigilant over at the kitchens and send more people to look for these seeds or whatever they are.
Yes, send your trusted people.
Send my clerics as well. Acolytes, bless the food.
Blessings have proven useless. There is no magic, there's no curses coming through it. We have attempted the same and our people still fell to it.
No,
The only way to
actually-
see is to actually find the seed.
Yes, you are right. Might fail against the seed, but might succeed against other sorts of poisons or threats, since it seems that poison is becoming a threat lately.
Actually, am vrut să facem ritualul ăla, dar nu l-avea pregătit Himnar.
L-a făcut a doua zi,
A doua zi? Ok.
da, și după aia s-a mâncat, dar era purify against poison and disease.
Înseamnă că îl mai are și acum pregătit.
Probabil.
Himnar, can you purify this? And I show him the smoked fish that I hold.
Just a little sardine.
Durează
10 minute.
o dată la zi, oh my god.
Nu mai am și acum pregătit.
Păi n-ai cum, că n-a trecut nicio zi de atunci. Sau a trecut, de fapt. A trecut, da. Că s-a întâmplat...
So, Jarl Hror, in exchange of the favors that we are definitely going to do for your clan, would you agree that to support our cause for unifying the raiders against the great danger that...
If you get us out of this bind, we'll back you up on whatever you'll put forward at the gathering, no doubt.
It only
You're
seems like-
also traveling in the presence of my son. If he trusts you, I trust you as well. And what are you thinking, Himnar? Will you be staying here with us, or adventuring forward with these guys?
Grimnir is raging and moaning in my dreams, and each and every morning I wake up in pain, in nightmares of all the evil that these agents are bringing into the world. I cannot remain in place. I need to seek justice.
You have the gift
What?
that my father had as well. You are the only one, the only long spear alive that has the gift right now. Do be careful. You might need this gift at the end. Do not go and get yourself killed.
Again.
Again, I am of a mind to order you that you stay at my side, so that you do not die. But I can be convinced otherwise.
It would only allow me to rot on a shelf and gather brine Let me go out. Let me challenge and grab all these beasts. I'll make you proud.
That's very well. Go forth, my son. Make me proud. Elevate the name of the Natal.
Hail, hail. We'll have words with the other clans, and we'll bring justice.
Be careful about the Var. They might not be eager to see you.
They shall see us all.
You, I'm sure they'll have no problem with. But Himnar, never know. Tensions have been high against our two people, two clans. Alright. I will not keep you further. You may leave at your own
But the
convenience.
fish!
The fish is already purified. I am an acolyte serving the greatest goddess Tot. Do not worry.
Luăm la pachet, băieți?
Oh, you can stay in it.
The Munkam, weren't we eating?
Yes.
All right. As we eat, I'm just gonna whip up the. Is Jarl Ron also eating with us?
Of course.
All right. I'm gonna whip out my chest set. And oh, fuck, another bone. Sorry. Delicious, by the way. So this is no game that no thinker's game. However, this is very similar to it. May I interest you in the rules while we feast?
If you want to play a game, we will play the Thinker's game.
Hmm.
You dare challenge me?
Well, I've never played. This is my first time seeing it. Can I just leave it on the go, or do I need?
You watch him not play. He was like a newbie as well. It wasn't hard for him. Come, let's do this.
All right. Fuck, another bone. God damn it! This is amazing.
Can I ask Vondel during this time to make a good sandwich with his chef capabilities?
With the fish?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
If we are staying here for an hour.
Alright, so you want to play this game?
Yes.
Alright, Discord, vezi acolo că poți să alegi...
Yes.
Alright, do tell me what move are
I will
you using. You'll what? Cheat, motherfucker. Okay, he will outplay, because that's his favorite move.
Okay, sleight of hand.
And he will incite.
Where the fuck is it? I'm dumb. Alright. Boom.
He succeeds.
I as well.
And cheat is sleight of hand 13. Okay, so he will drop 4 from your roll, but you add 7, so that means you roll at +3. He rolls normally.
Alright.
12.
Oh wait, my bad. Am apăsat pe initiative din greșeală. Ability check.
Rulează int și mă adună manual. Oh my lord.
Alright. Think it's...
You take his piece. Grumbles.
Okay, I'm getting the hang of this. It's kind of fun.
I'm sure you have not played before.
I've never seen this game in my whole life.
Beginner's luck. Okay.
Yeah.
Go again. Choose your move.
Alright. Let's go for... what do I have here? Sleight of hand, insight, charisma, or perception. This was really... Alright, let's go... Let's try to overwhelm him. I'm gonna trash talk him. You might be good,
And he also tries to
but you
overwhelm.
aren't that good.
So
If for you
performance.
can win the first piece. Performance?
You fail.
I have a +3. That it's not, doesn't matter.
Charisma?
E carisma performance.
7
Okay.
plus 3. So
10, el a făcut 14, he overwhelms you better than you him.
he's a good trash talker.
He whatever he rolls +3, you roll normally.
Alright.
So he's at 16. Okay,
Alright.
1 to 1.
Okay,
again.
Okay, I got you. Okay, you got me. I'm not that good. Or am I? All right, let's see what he's doing. Let's do a quick vigilance.
Vigilance. Okay.
Yes.
He will outplay. Try to at least. You vigil yourself. Successfully makes for the special move that was countered. Has no effect. Okay. So he rolls normally, you roll normally.
Oh, well, that was underwhelming.
Well, dacă cituia,
Da, dacă cituia. All right.
2 to 1.
Oh,
Alright. Go.
okay. You're good. Okay, let's cheat again.
Cheat. Okay, he will...
No
Vigilance.
fucking way he does that shit.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Go. Ai rulat? Sleight of hand
Da,
16.
16.
Ok.
16.
Să vedem. You might be losing
Oh
this
my-
game.
Holy
Nope.
shit.
You cheat. So
He
you
doesn't
get
know.
+7 and he gets nothing.
All right. Holy shit. But does it help though?
Nope. 3 to 1.
No.
Yes, still one piece.
Go. Move.
All right. All right. I will use my amazing insight. I'll use my strategic maneuverness.
Outplay, right?
Outplay.
He also outplays. As now reveal.
Motherfucker.
He outplays you, you don't outplay him, so you get a -4, he gets normal.
Motherfucker.
So roll normally și scădem în cap. Ok, that's 4 to 1. This Hror is very good at this game.
Wait. Stai. Minus.
El a dat 3.
I
Am
win.
crezut că tu ai dat... You win, am crezut că tu ai dat 3. Ok, that's 3 to 2.
I win. 3 to
3
2.
to-
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
cheat again. Fuck this guy. Oops. Wrong one.
Bravo, Zayt, bravo.
Come on, Himmler.
15.
I think I got this. Oh,
cheat
the
as well.
is trying to out-cheat me.
It's not very good at
Okay.
cheating, but he will try. Nope. You get a +7 and he gets normal.
Holy shit.
15, you get 14. He beats you.
Fuck.
4 to 2.
Again.
I
3-3.
free.
Holy shit, this is intense.
Nu, că el era
Ok.
deja înainte. Hror. Deci
Era-
4
Come on,
Zayt.
Daj.
Nu,
Eu zic
Hror
că
era
era
înainte.
3, și eu zic că era
Zaiț
3-3,
era.
parcă țin minte.
Da, Zayt avea 3-2.
Era 3-2 pentru mine. Egal.
Ok.
Going to okay. All right. Overwhelm.
Outplay.
Come on, man. How long have you been playing this game for?
All my life.
Your whole life? Doesn't show.
Yeah, no.
Well, no.
Overwhelm mai zis?
Yes.
+3 și îl dă -4, deci tu dai +1. Cezar, dai +1 și îl dă normal.
All right. Fuck me, bro. He's rolling super well.
-1. De 15 la tine, 19 la el. Deci e 5-3 sau 4-3?
4-3 pentru el. He takes
4-3
Stai, ce?
pentru el.
Da,
Era 3-3.
the lead.
Păi nu, dar e -4 la cine? -4?
Da,
Zayt.
avea +3, -4, deci are -1. Anyway, he loses that.
Da.
Ah, da.
I lose anyway. All right. When everything goes wrong, time to sleep. Time to cheat my way out of this. Oh no. Fuck, he catches.
Depinde. Să vedem. Poate dă vigilance. Nope, that's standard move.
Oh,
He doesn't
okay.
use any move.
All right. Pure skill. No wish me, bro. Fuck.
Ok. 5-3. Mai e o piesă.
I don't give in. All right, it's time to outmaneuver him. You know what? What's
Observe.
that one called? Outplay.
Outplay as well.
Eu aș da numai
Outplay.
vigilance.
Outplay. I don't know.
Ok. 13 dat. You don't outplay.
Doesn't matter.
Uh,
I don't need it.
Let's see if he outplays you. Nope. Normal
No.
rolls.
Oh, you think it's over, but it's not over.
But it is.
It is.
He beats you.
So close.
Good game, he says. Cu cine ai pariat, Himnar? Că cred că trebuie să pierzi niște bani.
Câștigă Zayt, am pariat. Deci pierd bani.
Păi asta zic,
Eu,
că
câștig,
pierzi niște bani.
eu am betuit că pierde Zaiț.
Da?
Nu, I didn't, dar free money.
Ok, atunci dorful ăla de lângă tine, care v-a dus mâncarea, câștigă 2 gol sau cât ai pus.
Da.
Alright, you...
Alright, I
Like-
shake his hand. Good game,
Yeah,
good game. Okay.
He shakes his hand.
Thanks,
Well,
man.
you impressed me, son. Elfling, first time. And you see
Yeah.
that, you feel that your rep with the Natal, your whole group has increased by at least being able to capture 3 pieces out of Hror's
You know,
board.
I'm gonna practice. Do you have a spare set for this? Maybe we can practice
Oh,
on our
Keep
jet.
this one, yes, I have others in my quarters. He gives you the...
Himnar, you're so done. We have so much work to do. Holy shit. I'm
Put a
not giving
few
up.
drinks inside us and we will play more.
Alright, I believe you are needed elsewhere.
Yes.
Go then. Was nice meeting you. Take care of Himnar, and Himnar take care of them. Ah, yes. Back
You
to
will, Pa.
to Fearcat. Is there anyone specific you would like to visit next, or just take them clockwise?
Why not go straight for the Dvar now? Since we have the evidence.
The others agree.
Also, guys, just are we far away? Yes, we are. The reason, my bad. I thought I'm gonna catch him, but he didn't. You noticed how Aradvir, what was his name?
Andvari.
Advari. He was kind of stumbling at times, or was it just me that picked that up? Like he seemed very. Even your dad, Himnar, told him like he's a bit hesitant, right, when he was giving his, I don't know, side of the story. I bet you guys, I won 3 pieces with your dad, so I'm quite good at this. There's no way he sent that guy to the Hall of Slain. There's no way. He's lying.
Well,
So,
I
whatever
gotta
he
admit, zise Leaf cu gura plină, that guy seemed quite fishy.
Yeah, I would say so. Seems to me.
Isn't it possible that he was not proud of the fact that he stole a few trinkets from the Beyendur ship, which was supposed to remain in possession of the Dvar? I think this is why he was so uncomfortable when you prodded him. It may be just me.
Whatever the reason, we need to make sure there is no feud between the two. We cannot afford to have the clans at war.
Right.
Aye.
Whether that is true or not, whether he did poison him or not, that can be settled at a later time.
Or I'm not saying. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm just pointing it out that he was completely not honest when you asked him leave that you sent to the Hall of Slain. Like he wasn't honest with us. I don't know the reasons for this. However, yes, this I know it might help us in whatever we're gonna find. His reasoning so far, yeah, it might be he either did it himself, he maybe hired someone to do it. Who knows? Let's see.
So what reason would he have to lie about sending his brother to the halls of the slain? You think he left him in the sea?
Well, I mean,
Wandel ponders for a moment. Or maybe he's not dead.
or that, or maybe yeah, he's keeping him somewhere. Or
Scar,
it's kind of hard to say at this moment.
Scar, please remind me next time. Do not let these guys eat so much fish. They're full of ideas now. Atâta fosfor în capul lor, n-au mai văzut.
Says Leaf while munching on the fish sandwich.
Poison.
Yeah. You guys are overreacting, I think.
You think so? Maybe I.
So you're going to Dvar next?
Yeah.
Okay.
While it's fresh.
Alright. So
Fish.
Dvar is you've passed it as you went towards the Natal. They are in the, let's say, eastern district. Their banners are the banner of the ship with the goat as their emblem, as the symbol. And as you get closer to this location, you realize that this is also one of the hemskips that you have seen in your dreams before being lit ablaze. Before reaching to the hemskip in the back, you are stepping on another one, which seems to be another sort of mead hall, ran as a business by the Tvar. So this is an adjacent, an additional way that one could go and have drinks and eat, but this is where you need to pay. And Tvar are known to have the best food and the best meats. And this place is also full of life and activity by people that can afford it, let's say, and don't want to eat for free. As you're passing the Tvar Meat Hall, on the way towards the Jarl of Tvar, you realize that there is a little bit of some conflict going on one of the balconies of this meat hall. And you realize that the very conflict that you've been told about is bubbling over to the common raider, as a woman wearing the white leathers and the blue colors of the Natal being cornered by a Tvar man and his entourage, goading her and speaking foul things to her, at which point she rises from her table. And as she does, she seems a little bit taller and just as muscular as the man that has been insulting her. Then she decks him over the head, so much so that he loses balance and he falls into the water, plops into the water below. At which point, Hrolf, as he's walking around you, he lifts up an imaginary drinking horn and says, "Call," as almost comically. And the entourage of that man that has been decked and now is sinking underwater immediately rush towards the lower floor and go to retrieve him from there. Faircat is shaking her head, but she leads you even further towards the other hemskip attached to this one, painted yellow. And this one seems to be a little bit bigger, a little bit more custom for a Jarl. This one is 6. Okay, there's a ship head mounted above the entrance, and this hemskip is tethered to the meat hall. As you enter, invited by Faircat at the authority of the Volve, you realize that even inside of this hall, it smells like food. There's a lot of meats being cooked right inside on the kitchen in the back. There is a huge table right in the middle, and seated at the head of the long table, at the end of the table, there is a woman, and near her, around the other seats, there are what appears to be 2 young girls, and they are twins. The woman at the end of the table, she has leather leggings, a leather tunic, and a yellow cloak. However, what's weird is that a man wearing black leather and a black cloth over his face stands behind her, almost silent, almost completely silent, and basically does not show any of his facial features. So let me move you there. Skip. Go. Alright. So you would be entering through here. Across the walls, there's guards, of course, and just like the Lutan, the Var are also known to house or to be populated by a lot of Dragonborn, usually silver, bronze, and gold. The Lutans are mostly black and green and blue and even a few red every once in a while. Alright. The woman on the other side, she acknowledges you with a nod and tells you to approach. Is it necessary that you bring the Nattel inside with you?
What's... Yes, it is.
As you wish.
Berkid the
We
Brave.
come in good spirits and in good faith, Jarl. We only seek justice and honor and truth. We don't seek conflict. We seek to mediate any conflict that might be.
Approach, she said.
Shadowy figure, similar to the one that I saw on... No?
So where?
Next to Hell.
No. Okay, that was a handsome man.
This one is handsome as well.
You can tell by the eyes.
Yes, eyes don't lie.
I understand that you are here at the behest of the Wolf. Please let me know how may I assist you. I am Jarl Bergild, the Brave. And until recently, alongside my brother Torkel, we were the leaders of the Dvar clan. And it's weird, the dynamics in this clan. They all seem to be very fond of food, and even though these guards are on duty protecting the Jarl and protecting the Hemskip, every once in a while one of them leaves, goes into the kitchen, returns with a hunk of meat, munches on it, and then another leaves, returns with a piece of meat, and everyone is eating and being merry around here. Oh, there's also a huge hammer on the table as well.
Oh, so on scale, holy shit.
Is it the size of the axe that we got from the giant, or?
No, it's smaller. However, you being warriors, and especially for those martial classes, Vondel and Scar, and even Himnar, you realize that this is not specifically meant to be a weapon. It's more made like a ceremonial thing. If you would swing this during a battle, you won't inflict too much damage, let's say.
I see.
Maybe more like the crown of a king, not used for battle.
Please speak. What brings you to my halls?
Wanda will not speak, but he will examine this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does he look like? What does he do at the time? To see if he feels any sort of magic coming towards him, going towards the Jarl. Like just literally keep an eye on him at all time. And
He realizes that you're looking at him, and he looks back. And as you analyze him, you also notice that he's meant to have nothing of his features being out in the open, revealed and whatnot, except of his eyes that he needs to see.
And do I not feel anything from him?
No magic.
He's
Maybe just a creepy
Stalker.
thing.
maybe feeling.
Okay, we'll continue to look at him.
Okay.
Or keep an eye.
Well, Jarl, I shall be blunt.
Hmm?
We are here not because we really want to, but because we are representing the wolf before we are representing our clans. And the wolves want to make sure that the gathering tomorrow will happen, and it will be quiet. No conflicts will arise. As such, we learn of something that tragically happened not much time ago, and we are here to hear your side and to present you with our small piece of wisdom that we may offer.
I have it on good authority that the Natal warriors have used poison against my brother, and that has caused his untimely demise.
Do you trust the wolf?
Of course.
Would you consider them in any way or in any moment that they might lie or cheat?
Absolutely not.
Then you are also aware that we as representatives of the wolf, if we lie, we risk the ultimate punishment.
Absolutely.
Then
You mean
no-
to tell me that what I know to be true isn't?
Yes, I mean, we have uncovered new evidence that the Nettle are mere victims of a foul play that happened during that fateful day. And while your brother was indeed a victim of a treacherous cur that was not really brave enough to face him, it was not a Nettle member.
But who?
May we present the evidence, but not not at the table. So, who has the dart?
It's still on me. I have
Sure.
them.
Go ahead, Zaid.
All right. I take them out. Piece of cloth. Just
Yes.
present
What
it.
do I do with this piece of metal?
Don't touch it first, because it's poison,
There's
I
still
guess.
remnants. There's still remnants of it. Not quite, but just a tiny bit of it.
This was taken from the Bendur merchant that was the cause of dispute that day. And the man who took it is ready to swear this in front of the wolf that it is a Nettle item.
It is not.
Sorry, it is a Bendur item. It is not a Nettle item. Yes. Sorry,
You
I ate
believe-
some fish earlier and it's confusing me.
You should have come here first. Would have served you some goat.
See, Himnar? See what I mean?
I mean,
This
we
is
can
the
have
goat
some.
of food.
This is the goat of the clan. Actually, the sheep.
That
Do you
looks
mean-
like chicken to me.
So you mean to tell me that my brother has fallen to the poisons of the Bainder?
Leaf will just look at her. Let her digest this.
I can hardly believe that. Where is the dart?
By me. You want to keep them? Just
I would
look at
ask
them.
that you leave it with me for a while, so I can conduct some questioning as well.
If you retrieve the other items from that ship, surely there is a way to compare it and see if there are similitudes.
The plunder is haven't brought it here with us at the gathering, of course. However, there is some. I have here some men that have been part of the crew of my brother back then. I only wish to find them and ask them if they have seen the Bainder use this sort of weapons against them when boarded. She looks around. Fortunately, none of which are currently present here. So I will need to keep a hold of this for a while.
Were there many darts? Like 2 or 3 of them, or just one?
Just one
Just
that
one. Okay, that he found.
Andvari had and gave it to you.
Well, I find it perfect. If it's okay with you guys, like,
Insight.
yes.
Insight.
Go for insight.
What I spy with my only eye.
She is apparently, from what you can tell, sincere in her intentions of the dart.
And
Towards the dart.
how much time would you need to confirm this? Because you know that the gathering will happen quite soon.
I'm sure I can get some answers before the gathering. I'll bring it myself tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
Very
This
well.
is indeed a piece of evidence. It will be showcased as such. If not, I have no problems returning it to you.
What I would
Regardless.
say, I do agree with you, but could we show this to the wolf before we leave it with you?
By all means, she says, and she hands the dart back. Just make sure to bring it back as soon as possible.
When I will nod at that.
O să trimitem un fan curier.
Right. So, excuse my manners. Would you like anything to eat?
Goat.
We have goat, we have pig, we have cow. Whatever is your preference, I'm sure that we can provide you with some food.
Do you guys any specialties or very traditional dish that you?
Of course, the sheep is to die for.
Ooh, well, I have eaten recently, but I still have some face left, so I'll go for a small portion.
By all means.
Guys,
I noticed the meat hall while we came here, so
Aye.
maybe something from the meat hall?
I assure you, we're serving the same thing at the meat hall as it is being cooked here, behind.
I mean drinks, not...
Oh, the drinks. I'm sure. Okay, then no problem. Just let them know that you have a round on me when you go to the meat hall.
I'm starting to like this, Jarl.
The little pleasures in life, food and drinks, I'm happy to provide.
By the way, the little girls are sisters of that girl from the wolf?
I mean, they look different, but nice catch. Mira is also of the Dvar clan. So let's put them side by side.
I thought...
Do they look similar?
Yeah, I thought the hair or something. They do.
Then I chose them well, ce să zic, de același clan. But these are my daughters, she says. I'm sure that when they'll grow big and strong, that will take over the clan.
Is it always twins taking over that war?
Of course, as it is and has always been. And the gods that we serve are also the twin gods.
You are not allowed to marry if the some twins are ruling?
Oh, but we are allowed to marry. It's just have children. It's just that only twins can rule.
And I'm sorry to intrude because I'm quite unfamiliar with your habits. And what happens when one of the twins is lost? Are you to relinquish the leadership now for another pair of twins, or?
When a twin dies, a shadow twin is employed, and then she motions towards the guy in the back. He will, for as long as I am alive, he will replace my brother that I have lost. And on the day that I die, he will die with me. It is as it's always been. Our custom.
Oh wow! You hear that, Vondel? It's like she has a shadow twin, and they will die together.
Well,
Mm,
doesn't there's nothing weird at play, I assure you. I mean, the moment I stop to draw breath doesn't mean that he will also stop, but he will be ritualistically sacrificed on the same pyre as myself.
how do you choose one such?
That is a little more than we can share at the moment, but as it is an intimate practice of Dvar, but of course, that which becomes a shadow twin must be willing, must be loyal, and must have proven himself the clan before. It is a great honor for myself to have him as my shadow twin, and I'm sure for him to be my shadow twin.
Wanda is still apprehensive about the situation, but he will let it pass because she obviously doesn't want to share more information.
So if we can prove that it was not the Nettle, are you willing to drop this matter of conflict?
Of course, if they are not to blame, then we will hold no grudge against them. However, this is a little bit weird because our own allies, the Holharn, have told us, have convinced me of the Nettle's hand in this.
Wanda will raise an eyebrow and ask, how would they even know? They were not there.
The small guy, Meek, is his name, always at the side of the old Jarl. He has told me that my brother has been poisoned by the Nettle, and the Dvar and the Holharn has been allies ever since these two clans existed. I don't know why they would lie to me, but
It sounds strange. There is usually no poisons involved in such things.
yes, poison
How
is
would
not
he-
known to be common among the Raider clans.
And then how would he know?
You would have to ask him yourself.
Wanda will
I-
not.
If he lies, I guess that will strain our relationship even further. For it's already a little bit tense right now because I have ordered my people not to partake in the contest that Mother Gunbarg wishes to enact in the following days. We do believe in Ragnarok, what's to come, but we do not share the ideas, the convictions that it is as bad as some people would have us believe. Far, as always, is sturdy and will survive it. We don't need to needlessly throw our warriors to death before their time comes.
Seems that's
Wanda
one
would
interesting
keep a-
lines.
An eye on her and say, I see why they chose you as Jarl.
She smiles. I thank you for your vote of confidence.
I pray that you will make wise choices in the future as well, and you would think well upon this entire ordeal. Somebody's trying to sow discord in between the clans.
It appears to be so, yes, but I am, as always, willing to look over any sort of evidence, even at the last minute, that you might bring or others might bring, even testimony. As you can see, we had it on people that we trusted, on good authority of what we were told.
Perhaps we can share a few of our stories from the times, from the adventures that we had until we reached the Driftfall, so you better understand how deep the treachery runs in these lands.
I would gladly hear them. There is one transgression that I cannot forgive, let's say, and I say that metaphorically of course, there is none among you, the so-called chosen, the bearers of fate, aligned in one way or another with the Dvar clan. And that makes me a little bit unwilling to take great comfort and great value in the words that you speak to me. So forgive me if I'm a little bit skeptical.
I understand your hesitation. This might come as a very strange and foreign concept, but we believe that, especially at this time that we're in kind of troubled waters, I think we are. Well, personally, we're not agreeing with the sending people to die before they actually meant to, and we're kind of wishing that this is perhaps a critical time for all the clans regarding of their internal little conflicts, that they should be more focusing on unity and preparing for the
The end of
quite
times.
complicated future that's in front of us.
Mhm.
So that being said, I totally understand what you're coming from, that none of us is from your clan, but me myself, I don't align myself with none, if that brings anything to the table. But I would say that doesn't play a very important role in all of this.
Maybe.
No, but
It will be more comforting to know that someone from amongst you might have the best interests of Dvar on their mind.
Are you interested in having someone from your clan joining our crew and act as the mouth of the Dvar among ourselves?
That's not a bad idea. I might. Do I need to think of the right person? Is there anything that you might be lacking? Some sort of skill that you might wish to fill? I'm willing to negotiate.
Someone good with firearms.
I do not understand what are
Thank
these
you.
firearms.
Nu știu. We shall see maybe the following days. Nu mai știu ce
in
roluri sunt
each department, we have our trusty Scar, specialized in long distance combat. But other than that, we have none. Maybe we can use something there.
No, you mean like a long-range fighter?
Yes.
that
see.
can also fulfill one role among the crew.
Yes. Okay, then when the time comes, and if you have proven yourselves friends of the Dvar clan, we will come to an agreement. Anyway, I thank you for coming to me. I was skeptical at first, but if indeed this proves what we know to be untrue, then it is better that it was found now and not later, before we do something that we might have regrets. Thank you, Chosen 12.
Thanks for the food. It was delicious.
Jarl Bergild, before we go, may I offer a piece of
Please don't give
piece
her
of my
fish.
mind?
Please don't give her fish.
You may speak,
No fish,
Natal.
no fish.
Natal kind.
I am here not as part of the Natal clan, but as a voice, or maybe the aching voice of Grimnir. I am not allowed to tell you more on this, but you need to know, we, as the representatives of the wolf, we have been through hell and back, trying to fight off the dangers that plague this world. We are faithful to the entire world, and we are aiming to bring about the prevention of very, very dire times. We're not working for the interests of one clan, but for all of them. Please
Is
see with gentle eyes our initiative.
it is as I expected that the chosen of the Wolf to be just as doomsayers as the Wolf themselves. I understand their a rough time might be in our futures, but I do not believe that it will be as bad as everyone is trying to warn us about. Sure, we are prepared, we have food supplies, we have warriors, but we are strong, and we are sturdy, and we are like the sheep. We will survive.
How's that?
Do not think that we have chosen to represent ourselves with the symbol of the sheep because we believe it to be a weak animal, but because they are survivalists, and we are as well. Anyway, as I said, for as long as you prove yourselves to be friends of Tvar, you're welcome in our lands and welcome in my halls. And I thank you for trying to get to the bottom of this. If what you say is true, then we have avoided a disaster, a bigger conflict that we cannot afford. And if it proves that what I know is true, at least I'll be even more content and at ease with the findings that have been brought before me so far. Either way, I appreciate your
Best of luck in your
intervention.
investigations. Hope this turns out for the better good.
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow at the gathering.
All right.
Wanda will tell Firkat to take the spike and give it to somebody she trusts to get it to the wolf and then bring it back as soon as possible.
All right.
While exiting, Leaf will ask Hrolf, do you know this meek fellow? Is he someone honorable, trustworthy?
He is like, how do you call it? Mother Gunberg seems to trust him. He is close advisor to her. But I never liked the guy. And truth be told, I knew back then the things that you're now finding out, that what Mother Gunberg is trying to do, what he has been doing in our lands, making the sick and the elderly fight against each other and kill themselves. And it is why I have decided to take this assignment from the Wolf, to get away from all of it. I myself also do not agree with her methods. But this Meek, no, I do not like him, and I wish I could strangle him. He has a strange air about him. I guess you will see. Shall we go to the Harhar next? See, as it seems that it's at the root of everything right now.
Sounds like a good idea.
As
Alright.
as we're walking out, Wanda will stop and we'll look at the Jarl.
Mhm.
I know you're strong and I know you're brave, but beware. Treachery and lies are just as strong weapons as steel. And they may claim men, beasts, or even gods. So do not count yourself as invincible. Be wary.
She nods.
Even
Thank
goats.
Fall to treachery. Alright. So that would mean Whole Harn is next, but in the next session, of course. The Whole Harn is probably the biggest has the biggest district here.
Oh man.
But you are starting to enjoy this?
Da, abia în episodul ăsta.
Cam târziu.
Enjoyable, actually.
Da. Ok. Thank you for